We're live on the YouTube.
Not much.
Going into the
Get you a
large.
break, I'll get a. There's you a sticker.
Nice. Nice. Put that up on the wall. That'll work.
Are you coming in town Tuesday?
I might. Probably Wednesday.
I know. I need to get you another 200 for this month.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Where you got a seat?
Right here, man.
Oh, literally right there.
Yeah, we're right here. I say we're in studio. We're in studio. Let's see.
And I parked in the drive. Is that gonna be okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
He may need to roll out.
Nah.
Let me see if I can draw my gun
This is what takes so long. You're going to get going on. That's why I play the song. But at least now that everybody knows when they hear this, I'm coming up.
here. Yeah, you get a little identity thing.
There we go. Let's see here.
That's not good for business.
Ah,
You may close your blind.
yeah, if you don't mind.
Oh, it's usually not over that damn dark. No, maybe it's me. I look like
Of course, my bolt. Let's see. This is how I listen to Chuck.
they haven't been on, has he? Or wait, last week I'm thinking now. Sure, let me know when you're talking so I ain't got my mouth open.
It's the one and only live radio show coming to you here at What You Want Now Radio. Good morning, Brent Cardwell, and with you on your Wednesday. I was almost about to say Friday because it feels somewhat like a Friday right now. And there we go. How that cued out just perfectly right there to make that happen. But good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in, whether you're listening in on WIWN or radio.com, if you're listening in on your Apple device with your WIWN radio app. And today, if you're listening in on your Android device, I can finally say that. Finally got the Android app up for everyone now, so you can use your Android and keep us with you 24/7 here at WYWN Radio. And if you're tuning in with us here on WYWN Breeze Radio on Facebook Live, thank you so much for doing that. We've got a very special guest in here with us today. We got Mr. Ron Cox from Tar Banks Brewing and just from life in general here with us today. And we're glad to have Ron in here with us and doing this real radio thing here that we got going on. And again, Ron's getting to see now what I get to do, what I do every morning as soon as we get the show started. It's share. And there's got to be an easier way, Ron, to do this. How you doing this morning, man?
Doing great, man. Vertical.
Vertical?
If you're vertical, it's anything can happen that's positive.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk about, you got your Tariq Cohen gear on.
Well, that was just a subliminal message for Dan Connors and anybody that's trying to make picks for the games, you know.
Yeah, so yeah, I know that's the thing. We got to get our picks up and everything and out and about and ready for the weekend, because basically today's our Friday. We're going to do something. We're not really taking off. We'll still be programming and everything here at WYWN Radio, but it's going to be starting tonight at 6 o'clock, 36 continuous hours of Christmas music. And that's going to be very good. That's going to be commercial free. But now what I did here, now you will hear like a little, it's not a commercial per se, but it's just what I'm doing for my sponsors is I'm telling people that at a certain hour or a certain time that the music is brought to you by our fine sponsors here and our fine sponsors here on the show each and every day. Tar Banks Brewing, Lewisburg Tractor, Wayne Champion, Franklin County Farm Bureau, Ryan Rayner of Rochelle Moon Realtors, First in Flight Athletics, Ruby Slippers Vintage Boutique, Rustic Roots, Balmer Farms, Lancaster Funerals and Cremations, Verizon Wireless of Lewisburg, and Murray's Tire and Auto, and Holmes Insurance Services out of Youngsville. So, man, what's been going on?
Just working.
Just working. Living the dream.
Keeps me out of trouble.
Keeps you out of trouble. I hear you. So, brewing beer. When we're going to brew some beer, man?
We've got a deadline set. I'm getting ready to put a calendar up in the space for everybody to be able to pick. We know what day it's going to be, and it's very close. And but we're going to put the calendar up, let everybody come in and make their prediction. Whoever's on that particular day, we're going to take a drawing, and whoever gets is going to get some goodies.
Kind of like doing a raffle for a baby.
That's exactly right.
Or whatever it is, like doing a baby pool. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yep.
That's what we're doing. That's pretty cool, man. That's awesome. And then tonight, usually on Wednesday nights at Tar Banks Brewing, it's a run club and trivia. But tonight, doing something a little bit different. It's open mic night. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's funny because last night we ended up going into Wake Forest, went to Real McCoy's. They were having open mic. Got to see some people I knew, and found out that word had already spread that we were doing it. So we expect a decent crowd tonight for the first time. Awesome, man. Well, yeah, it spreads like wildfire when people find out something good is going on. And you guys have got a lot of that going on down there in downtown Lewisburg, making it happen. And we're just glad that you're on board with us as one of our sponsors, as our number one sponsor, our original sponsor right here on the show, Tar Banks Brewing Company. Been with us since day one. Well, we've got some history. The hell were you thinking, man? Telling me to do this? We've got history, man. We've got history. I believed in you. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a fun thing, man. I was just sitting back this morning and reflecting and thinking about what a crazy year 2018's been. 2018's it's gone, it's done, and here we are getting ready to go into 2019. I never thought. I thought on January 10th when I got fired this year that maybe the world might be coming to an end. Then I realized on January 11th, no, it's not that bad at all. No. Sometimes I feel like those kind of things happen just to give you, they put you in a spot that sometimes you don't have what it takes to take that leap. But when somebody pushes you over the edge, sink or swim. So they probably gave you an opportunity you didn't know. Exactly. Yeah. It was like crap or get off the pot. And so it took a little time and some potholes in the road to get here, but we are here now. And, it's going pretty good. And, man, we're just happy. Sorry I don't have any fried chicken for you today. That's okay. I just make sure Jay Neal knows that I came here without any promise on chicken. So it's all good. Jay Deal, there's nothing here in studio to eat. We just have coffee. That's it. I mean, I've got 2 cups. Ron's got a cup of coffee. No, I've got an empty one. That's just a prop. It's just I need some. Yeah. So, I mean, that right there,
no chicken today, J. Neal. No chicken, no pineapple yum yum, no goodies, no nothing. Just coming in here to hang out.
That's it.
Just coming in here to hang out, and we sit here, man. This is the fun part of the day, and like today, I really didn't plan any. Usually, I have this thing here filled up day in and day out. This is my little cheat sheet here. It tells me how to go and how to do a radio show, and I usually just stick it up here. And so when people sit here and watch me and I'm constantly glancing over it, because I have this stuck up here, and I call it my cheat sheet, and lots of little bitty pieces of paper, lots of different notebooks from where I'm writing down commercials, and like I can do your commercial live off the top of my head because your commercial changes daily.
Right.
It changes daily, but as far as like talking about our friends over at Lewisburg Tractor, I've got that all scripted out, and we just roll along with it. But man, you guys have had a great year, 2018 at Tar Banks Brewing.
It has been a good year, man. The community seems to have embraced us, and we said we wanted to be there. We wanted to be a community gathering place, and we honestly feel like that's what it is. We've got all walks of life coming in, but once you come in those doors, you're family.
Yeah. Well, that's how it is dealing with you, man. Once somebody gets to know you, you become part of the Cox family.
That's as scary as that is for some people to admit. That's right.
Well, it's funny. Last Friday, Janet had to go over to UNC for a doctor's appointment, and I was like, "Yeah, I remember walking in here a few years ago. The last time I was over here seeing Ron Cox's grandbaby."
So let me say, 9-10, and you're already trying to get me to start crying.
No, I'm not trying. I'm not trying to do that to you, brother. I'm not trying to do that to you, but that was the last time I'd been in there. And who's the Christmas elf to your right? That's my buddy Cody Santis in Florida. No middle finger involved here, Joe. So we'll keep that to ourselves. But yeah, man, that was the last time that I had been over there, and I remember it just like it was yesterday.
Oh, I do too. I'm telling you, man. Talking about your job situation was a game changer, a life changer for you. Not that I was a bad person. I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
But
good guy.
I took a lot of things for granted in my life, and God has a way of putting you in a situation to just remind you that you're not the one that's in control. And when that little fellow was born and had his issues, it rocked my world. But I do remember too, you were one of the first ones when I came in that waiting room that day. You were there, and for that, I'm forever. And that just showed what you and I have history.
Yeah, I did. I broke out the big guns today, Keith Layton. I've got the big gun in here. I got Ron Cox in here with us from Tar Banks Brewing, and just take that out of the equation. Just Ron Cox, good friend of mine, longtime friend of mine now. And but yeah, I'll never forget. It's cold. God, it was cold.
Yeah,
and rainy. I do remember that because at UNC there's not a perfect place to park, even though I learned now they have this thing called valet parking.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time I ever go over there, I'm going to take advantage of it. And hopefully it's just for an appointment and not having to go see anybody. But yeah, that was just like yesterday. And that was maybe 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, it was.
Plus the little guy's got to be about 3 years old now.
He's going to be 3 in January. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
But then you also see how blessed you are to live in an area, whether you're in Lewisburg, Franklinton, anywhere around Franklin County or Wade County, whatever. We've got the best of the best when it comes to medical care.
Oh,
within an hour's drive.
Absolutely. I mean, you can get there, and that was the great thing too about the hospital opening back up in Lewisburg. Albeit it's not a hospital as one person would think. Like okay, you can go there and be admitted, but if you have like a quick issue or something like that, they can go in there and get you some triage, get you treated, get you bandaged up. I mean, Blake Mushton had to go in there the other day for being an elf. There's no cure for that, but they can get you there and then get you to where you need to go. And so thankful to have that. But yeah, you're right. I mean, with UNC, with Duke, with Rex, with Wake Med, I mean, it's amazing. We're so blessed to have the medical facilities here in the area that we have. So what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving, man?
We're having to get together at the house tomorrow. I guess we finally have reached the age that our house is the house to come to. So
you're the host house now.
We're the host house. So anyway, it's going to be a fun time, and it's good just to sit down and get everybody around the table and relax for a little while.
Well, who's doing the cooking? Rita.
Yeah.
Rita's doing the cooking.
Yeah, she's handling that. Actually, everybody is. I think all the family, the children are all bringing their own dish, and we cheated this year with the turkey. The Wake Forest, I believe it was the high school FFA,
Yeah.
A girl that goes to our church is in that. They were having a fundraiser with different turkeys. So I picked up our turkey yesterday. It was already taken care of.
Wow.
So we cheated.
I don't know what to say, man.
We're going to put it on a nice dish, though, and take claim.
And they post pictures on Facebook and put a lot of decorations around
That's
it,
right.
like cranberries and twigs and all this thing. Look
That's
at
right.
this wonderful Christmas feast.
It's all about presentation.
It is, man. It's all about the show. It's all about the show and what you can get across there. But yeah, man, it's 2018. It's been a great year, and so much is going on in downtown Lewisburg. And you guys now got like an additional area to host parties and things of that nature.
Yeah. So my buddy that's in the real estate side of the business with me, he and his wife just opened up the third floor of the Scoggin building. And
it's not a brothel.
It's no. The brothel is still a possibility because that's above the brewery. So anyway, but yeah, we're all really proud of that space. It was showcased Friday before last, I guess, for its first reception. And like I said, just something you don't expect in downtown Lewisburg. I expect it. It's taking time for everybody else to believe it.
To get it there. And then, with the addition of, I'm so excited about, I was talking to Tony King, I don't know if it was earlier this week or last week. After a while, all the days run together. But, talking about the project on Depot Hill.
Oh, yeah.
When we built that bike trail, I'd always coveted that building. I was like, man, I want that building. I want to do something with it. And now they're finally doing something with it. That's going to be really neat. And, the sidewalks that they've done on South Main. And I told Tony, I was like, seriously, all these positive things that are going on in Franklin County and going on in Lewisburg. The most exciting thing to me was the sidewalk from South Main Street to Joyner Park.
Yeah.
That was the thing that made me the happiest, because for years and years and years, I advocated for that and pushed for that. It's like, come on, man. We just spent over $600,000 on building this beautiful park, and people can't safely walk to it. But now they're going to be able to.
Yeah.
And that's really exciting. And again, I'm so happy about it. I was talking to CL Gobble back on Sunday. I touch base with CL every now and again. CL's the former town administrator in Lewisburg. And, he's like, man, he goes, Jonathan's got a plan, and he gets out there and people see him and people know Jonathan's invested in the community. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah,
it is. And like I said, I've been through several town managers since we started investing. Every one of them brought something to the table. CL's he's just a good guy too.
Yeah, Clarence is a different cat.
Just a great guy, wealth of knowledge.
Yeah. Clarence is a different cat, and he's always got a place in his heart for me, because I love CL Gobble to death. He's a good guy, and he's always done a lot for me and stuck his neck out for me. And so you got Mason, and then you got another grandbaby.
Yeah, Asher.
That's a great name. If he's named Asher, then he's going to be a feisty one.
He's going to be opinionated.
Absolutely.
He's going to be opinionated. You got to love it. He is. He's another little fireball. Man, it's like I said, yeah, I'm the guy who said, I don't want to get married. Well, I gave that up, 30 years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've been there a while.
And then I was like, no kids, all that. I think about what I would have missed out on had I gone with 19-year-old Ron. Instead, his ideas were really stupid. So, but I've been very fortunate, man. Like I said, the grandkids. So you love your kids, and you always want your kids to. The best compliment you can get from people is say, your child did this or did that, and you want them to be a great thing in society.
Absolutely.
But when they bring those grandkids, man, that's completely different. I never thought it would be that way.
Yeah. That's I hope I got a while before I experienced the grandkids. Man. I hope that's going to be a while, but I'm sure I may enjoy that more than being a parent, because then that way they go home afterwards. But
that's right.
that's my take on it. And but yeah, Ron Cox from Tarbanks Brewing is joining us this morning here on the show at WIWN Radio. We thank all of you guys for listening in, whether you're listening in on WIWNradio.com. Whether you're listening in on your Apple device or your Android device, or joining us right here at WIWN Breeze Radio on Facebook Live, or if you're tuning in and checking us out on YouTube. Facebook was giving me so much trouble yesterday, and I think it was giving everybody. They've had issues this last 2 weeks, And so I was like, man, I got to come up with another option. So we just go back and forth. I got YouTube going on, and so that way people know and they can always catch us. That's our thing, is just trying to get out there and get the message out there, because we talk about so many things here. And that's one of the things I enjoy about Fridays at 11 when we play trivia for the last hour of the week, because we talk about so many issues, and it's not like we want to, we're not trying to be negative. Our goal here is to promote growth and prosperity in Franklin County and in northern Wake County. But but with that, there's things we have to tackle, and so that keeps it kind of high powered and high intensity, and your gears always turning. And then you're sitting here watching this box and watching these clowns. You never know what they're going to be saying next over there on that television monitor, or just reading it to see what happens. And so that's a nice, relaxing thing to play that trivia from 11 to 12 on Fridays. But this Friday, we will not be doing the show. This is the last show of the week, and my vocal cords are thankful. I've already got the whole weekend voiced over already. So, well, except for maybe Sunday afternoon, I've got to do that. But you know what? I've got, Saturday we're going to count down the top 25 Christmas songs of all time. I was working on that at 12:30 this morning.
Yeah.
Usually on the weekends, what we do is we count down top 25 songs from a year ending in the 80s, correlating to the week that we're finishing up here. And I was like, well, being that I'm going to start playing Christmas music tonight at 6 and going to run it, let's stick with the Christmas theme. And so that's what we're doing pretty much all weekend long, all Christmas, except for Jeff Leonard's Long Branch Country Show.
Be interesting to see what everybody else's number one is on Christmas versus yours and mine.
Now this isn't, I got this from Billboard. This is not the Brent Cardwell opinionated. This is my top 25. This is the top 25 according to Billboard. And we know that Casey Kasem did the weekly top 40 and that he based it off of Billboard. So that's the big thing. But yeah, it's some interesting songs that didn't make the list. I was surprised. I mean, how does Grandma Got Run Over, how does that not make the top 25 Christmas songs of all time?
Between that and Jose Feliciano's,
that's number 7.
I can't take it. Can't take it.
That's probably my least favorite Christmas song, Feliz Navidad. Play the music, but burn Ron's jersey. Wow. Wow. That's kind of personal right there. It's a personal affront against Ron Cox.
Sean, I'll sell it to you for a nice price, and you can have it. I know you want it.
Yeah, you'll want to wear it tomorrow night when they're playing the Lions tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, we play the Lions.
Big game, and it's the Thursday night game.
Please so, yeah. Hopefully give us a little more time to heal.
I mean, but that's impressive being the showcase game.
Twice.
Yeah, over the Cowboys and Redskins, which traditionally has always been the game, but the Cowboys and Redskins, both of them really going up. The NFC East is the worst, maybe the second worst division in all of the NFL. I mean, somebody might win that division with a losing record.
They could, or at least 50%.
It could easily happen. Too bad the Carolina Panthers aren't playing in NFC East. They'd be running away with it. But, Dak Prescott, very, very disappointing this year. The Redskins took a big hit when Alex Smith broke his tibia and his fibula. The same exact break that Joe Theismann had.
For 33 years to the day.
33 years to the day.
And wasn't Joe there?
And I think Joe was there. I think Joe, get the hell out of here,
I was going to say, I would book his season tickets.
Yeah, that's true, man. I still remember that. I still remember that when Joe Theismann broke his leg. And LT gets up, and LT's like, get out of here, get out of here.
And that was before we could pause it and rewind it and do it in slow motion. Can you imagine that today? But I remember them playing it one time. They said they wouldn't play it again that night.
God, it was
horrible.
It was such a violent break, and that was the end of Joe Theismann's career.
Yeah,
Joe Theismann, he played a little bit more after that, but he was never the same effective, arrogant turd that he was prior to that break. LT was a topic of conversation. The greatest defensive football player of all time, in my opinion, Lawrence Taylor. You may say Dick Butkus or Mike Singletary, but I'm not I despise the New York Giants, but I got to give credit where credit's due. And Lawrence Taylor, to me, is the greatest defensive football player of all time.
I'm a Mike Singletary fan just because of his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
He was so freaking passionate through that face mask. You're right. Lawrence Taylor was great. And honestly, if you're switching gears, to me, the greatest college basketball player ever to come out. And you're gonna say, "Oh, that's everybody's gonna be Michael Jordan." Len Bias
was
had
the
the bar
greatest.
set, and
Oh.
he screwed it up by one stupid mistake.
Oh, you take the cocaine away from Len Bias, the guy's in the Hall of Fame and probably maybe the greatest NBA player of all time.
I agree.
Because I would never forget that day. Len Bias, I loved watching Len because I like Lefty Driesell.
I like Lefty for his temper, but I couldn't stand Maryland. But I could always pick out and say, "Look, the guy had talent."
He was a phenomenal basketball player and just an amazing talent. And just one bad move on a night that and he can never take that back. He can never take that back. And we're all left with the what ifs. I mean, what if Len Bias had joined the Celtics that year and would have been able to go and play the game and learn from Larry Bird and Robert Parrish and Kevin McHale and Dennis Johnson? Holy crap.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Better than LeBron James. Better than LeBron James. Better than Michael Jordan. Just my opinion.
I think from overall talent at that level, at that age, I would agree. Who knows what would happen, but coming out of college, I think he was one of the best, period.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I'll never forget that because, it was like I came in, it was in the summer. It was right after the draft. It was number one draft. It was number one draft pick. Yeah. Man, what a shame. But, yeah, lots of NFL football tomorrow. They've got 3 games tomorrow and college football on Friday. And there's a little game going on between NC State and Carolina. It's not as hyped up because Carolina's just pathetic this year. They're miserable, and I think they're going to be. I think they'll be getting the booster club at UNC to start raising some money to buy Larry Fedora out and send him packing.
What's it going to take? $50 million?
$14 million is the buyout.
Is it only 14?
$14 million is the buyout.
Wow.
But that's crazy, man. If I could go out there and not do my job and get paid $14 million to get fired, hell yeah, fire me.
You'd be surprised how little I'd take. I'm in $500,000, man. I'll take some time.
You can fire me for $500,000, folks. You give me $500,000 and I'll cut it off. We'll be done with it. No more show.
I'll help you pack up the monitors.
We'll load it up and get that thing going. But 26 minutes after the hour, Ron Cox is in here with us. Coming up at 12 noon today. We've got 2 hours of the very best in Christmas music for you. At 2 o'clock this afternoon, we've got our country show. And at 4 o'clock, we've got our rock and ride home. And then starting at 6 o'clock tonight, 36 hours of commercial-free Christmas music. That'll get you through until Friday morning at 6. And then we'll start back up with our commercials. But we'll still be playing Christmas music on Friday. But, our sponsors are going to be open on Friday. So we got to let people know. We got to get the message out there for them. The only sponsor we have that's going to be closed is Ruby Slippers Vintage Boutique. And Liz is closed this week. But she's just amping up and getting ready for the Christmas rush. And you can go see Liz Seibel at Ruby Slippers Vintage Boutique at East Nash Street in Lewisburg. She's got some really cool Christmas stuff like place settings and antique Christmas trees. The silver metallic ones. I love those. I have one. I've got to get it put up in here. But Liz is closed this week. Ruby Slippers Vintage Boutique is closed this week. But starting Monday, she'll be open Monday through Saturday from 10 o'clock until 5 o'clock. So make sure you stop by and visit your Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Ruby Slippers Vintage Boutique in downtown Lewisburg. So you don't have to cook a turkey.
I do not.
Wow.
Never have, so why start now?
You never cooked a turkey?
I never have. Rita has. I've never done it.
You've never cooked a turkey?
I'm good with that. I don't think it's one of those things they're going to put in my obituary. He never cooked a turkey.
Here lies Ron Cox. This turkey never cooked the turkey.
Few accomplishments, but never pulled that one off.
Well, I've been talking, and last year, in the past, and it's been hit or miss, just depending upon life situation, whatever. But Griff Gardner always cooks a little bunch of turkeys on Thanksgiving Day, and it started off about, I was living on Justice Street, so it's probably around 2008, somewhere around that time, and it just started off just him and Ryan Rayner standing there in the driveway deep frying a turkey. And I'd go out and do my traditional 10-mile run on Thanksgiving Day because the thought of all the food just makes me crazy. And so we were out there and we just started cooking more and more and more turkeys and all that peanut oil costs a lot of money. It's not cheap. Well, last year, the boy invested in one of these air fryers. And let me tell you what, if you want ease cooking a turkey, you don't want to do a lot of work. You don't have to spend a lot of money on oil. You don't want to make all the mess wherever you're at, whether you're in your carport, your garage, or in your driveway. You just stick the thing in there, put the thermometer in it, and when it's ready, it's done. And it tastes better than any baked, grilled, or deep fried turkey I've ever had.
Yeah.
And I don't like turkey. I don't like turkey. I mean, tomorrow, if it's up to me, I just have tacos. I just have tacos. So the Google app's working good, Jay Neal? Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah, I was proud of that. I was so excited. Been working on it for a while, and just as things go, you get caught up. I mean, you know how that goes.
Oh yeah.
You get caught up in a project at work, and then maybe there's something that you want to be doing at the brewery that you just can't get to. And this is a one person operation here, except when Janet gives me some help, and I just never. And so yesterday I said, you know what, this damn Google app is going up. This Android app is going to the store today, and it was very easy once you got through the red tape of getting it created. And what I want to do though, I want to see an Android phone. I don't know anybody who has an Android phone, so I want to look at the app. I mean, I was able to see the app as I was developing it, what it's supposed to look like. But I think it looks good. I think it's very easy to use, just like our app with the iPhone. And Ryan Brown at Lancaster Funerals and Cremations wants me to get it on Alexa, but man, I'm not a big fan of Alexa, because I think Alexa eavesdrops on your conversations and tells the government what you're up to.
I'm pretty sure this does as well.
You're probably right.
I've had weird times where I'd be in a restaurant talking to somebody and mention somebody's name, and then by the time I get out in the car, Facebook is already suggesting them as a friend, and we have no mutual friends. That's the kind of stuff that freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, or if you search something, and I've had a young guy show me how all this works, how it all correlates and goes along. But yeah, I was like, I don't like those things. I don't want them around me, because I think the Chinese are snooping and they're getting information, and they're going out and running credit scams under our names and getting us all in trouble. You can't get that. It's just buffers. Jay Neal, talk to Orlando Jones and help him out and get the thing working. It's got to be your phone, Orlando. It's not my app. It's your phone. 31 minutes after the hour. Time to take a quick look at our weather forecast. Let me dig around and find it. Sorry, Ron, I had to do that. Just for a good laugh. Take a look at our weather forecast for today. Sunny skies with a high of 56. It's 41 out there right now. Clear skies tonight with a low of 35. Sunny tomorrow with a high of 47. Clear skies tomorrow night, a low of 27. And sunny skies for your Friday with a high of 47. Then a slight chance of rain Friday night. It's going to be 38 degrees. I'm telling you, we're inching so close to having an early snow. I just know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. It's going to snow when we least expect it. And everybody's going to be in for a surprise. I just know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. Greg Fishel, he had a post yesterday, and I was reading it, and this little thing called El Nino, and I was surprised at how close Greg Fishel got for the long range forecast last year. He said we'd have about 5 or 6 days in the 70s. There were 11, and you're doing this forecast in October.
It's pretty good
for January, February, March. That's pretty darn good. Yeah. And then he said that we would have between 5 to 6 inches of snow, and had 7 inches of snow. That's pretty darn good. And he's calling for actually more snow this year. If Alexa picked up on conversation, they would already arrested me. I think they already would have arrested. If they didn't arrest Griff Gardner and I back when Griff had like 5 Alexas in his house. And I'm like, you got to get these things out of here, man. I don't like, they're eavesdropping. So I was like a mafia guy. I'm like, hey, let's go outside and talk. Come on, let's go outside and talk.
Turn up the AC unit.
And I cover up my mouth. Like, all right, this is what we got here. Yada, 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 yada. He's like, man, you're so weird. Why? I'm like, I don't trust Alexa. Yeah. I don't trust those things. They're not my cup of tea. I did play Christmas music in September. I'm not going to lie, Keith. But, this is the whole thing too. I like about the Facebook Live app here. And that's why I was so frustrated yesterday, because it really gives me a good opportunity to interact, You know, and we do take phone calls here at WIWN Radio, but most of my people listening, you know, most of you guys are at work tuning in and picking up. You just can't pick up the phone and call. And so it's easier to send us a text message or leave a comment here in this section. And it's, you know, it's fun. It's fun to get that interaction in the back and forth. And that's why, I mean, I love the trivia. And I tell you what was wild now. When we had when the election was going on, you know, we spent a lot of time on that. And you know what? Somebody won, somebody lost, yada, yada, yada. Who cares? Congratulations to all the winners. I think we've got good winners. I think if the other people would have won, we'd have had good winners then too.
And the sun would have still come up the next day.
The sun still would have come up the next day. But man, it was going nuts here. We were doing 5,000 views a week. 5,000 views a week. And to go back and look at that, it's like, wow. So that's the goal now, is to make it to where it doesn't take an election to get 5,000 views a week. To make it where when an election rolls around in 2019, because there will be municipal elections in 2019, but for 2020, that 5,000 is now 15,000. And that's just going to come with growing. You know, we're not even 3 months old yet.
That's right.
We're not even 3 months old yet. We've yet to, I mean, we've got a good foothold in Lewisburg. We're gaining ground in Youngsville, and we're gaining ground in Wake Forest, you know, and now if I can pick up some traction in Creedmoor, those are the places that I want to focus on. Franklin County because it's home, and then Wake Forest because it's right there on us.
That's right.
And then, you know, Creedmoor. Creedmoor is a good place, and people from Creedmoor, they can use things like, you know, for a good example, Lancaster Funerals and Cremations, Ryan Brown, Lancaster Funerals and Cremations, been in Lewisburg since 1935. One of the oldest businesses in Lewisburg, Lancaster Funerals and Cremations. They've been there since 1935. And when you've experienced a loss in your family, Lancaster Funerals and Cremations has been the kind, caring, compassionate funeral service you turn to. Ryan Brown and the staff at Lancaster Funerals and Cremations have a vision, presence, and commitment to the community and conduct funeral services with a focus on Christian family values. With chapels and offices in Lewisburg and Franklinton, on-site cremation facilities, and Lancaster Memorial Park just outside of Lewisburg, Lancaster Funerals and Cremations are able to serve you with the highest quality of care and commitment to you. Whether your need is immediate or you wish to pre-plan, give them a call today, 919-496-3161, Lancaster Funerals and Cremations, where you turn for compassionate care and impeccable service. And where I was going with that is, you know, a lot of people don't know that there is Lancaster Funerals and Cremations there in Franklinton. And so if you live in Youngsville, if you live in the western part of Franklin County, if you live in the eastern part of Granville County, there is another option for you. And it's a beautiful chapel. It's a beautiful chapel. And it is, wow, that's the thing is here slow. But there is another option for you. You don't have to go to Wake Forest. You don't have to go to wherever you may go. You can come right there. And Ryan Brown and the staff at Lancaster Funerals and Cremations, just very caring, kind, compassionate people. I stole an idea from Amy Leonard over there. And I've known Amy my whole life. Her mom, and I don't know if her mom still makes cakes or not, but her mom used to be the go-to for cakes. If you needed a wedding cake, Shirley Sharon. You needed a birthday cake, Shirley Sharon. The best cakes, the very best cakes. But, you know, she posted an idea posted a picture on Facebook the other day, and this is something that we're going to take here at the show. And I get Danny Pierce's app name here. We're going to take this and run with it here on the show. And so I got to talk to you about that because it's a food drive.
Okay.
It's a food drive, and this was very cool, Ron. And you know, I just thought about it. I went to the grocery store early this morning before I came in here, and you know, by no means am I sitting here getting rich doing this radio show. And every dollar, you know, that's one thing I've had to learn how to squeeze. But there was a homeless guy out there, and you could tell the guy was cold, and you could tell he's homeless. He wasn't, you know, there's a lot of scammers out there. And you know what? I said to myself, you know what? If I can afford this $3.50 cup of coffee, then I'm gonna get $5 out and give this guy $5. And this reverse advent calendar that Amy posted on Facebook, and I go to the grocery store every day. I don't know about you. I go every day. because I don't know some people go to the grocery store on Fridays or Saturdays or Sundays and they buy for the whole week.
Yeah.
Well, what I want on Sunday, by Friday or Thursday, it's going to change.
Oh yeah.
It's going to change. Like from 9 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it may change. But for some people, they don't have that. They don't have that chance to go to the grocery store every day, or they have too many mouths to feed. But we're going to get this up. We're going to talk more about it starting next week. But this is a really cool thing to do. And if you think about it, if you go down the list, I'm talking about cereal, peanut butter, stuffing mix, boxed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, crackers, canned beans. This whole list, Ron, is not going to cost you more than $40.
Yeah.
And if you do it on a daily or weekly basis, you're never going to notice the money, and you're going to be able to help a family out. And so I'm doing this, and I'm going to ask that all of our listeners do it, and they all get involved. And because it's such a cool thing, it really is. And I'm looking forward to doing it. I am really looking forward to doing it, and I think it's going to be something very big and something very good for the community. We got people listening over in Chapel Hill. Hey, Warren Knapp, you get the people in Chapel Hill. Yes, Blake Mushton, that is Ron Cox in the corner. No, we can't have Blake. You cannot join this video. I know. I don't. And that's the thing here about this whole thing. It messes me up. See, there we go. We can put the focus on the guest here.
Oh, that's not good.
That's the whole thing that messes me up about doing this, is that everything is backwards. If I think I'm pointing to it here, I got to point here. It's kind of like almost like reverse psychology.
Yeah.
It's almost like that. But yeah, those are some good things that are going on. Typically I drive right by this. I'm not gonna lie, I drive right by those homeless people and not think twice about it. But I was like, man, you know what? I feel bad because I normally would never ever get a cup of Starbucks.
Yeah, I wish I've hardened myself a little bit. We've got a guy that he's literally at New Hope and Capitol about twice a month, and it's the same gimmick. I've locked my keys in the car, and I've got keys at the house. Can you just give me some money to get the bus to get to the house? And I'm like, it's a string of bad luck when you lock your keys in there, in your car twice a month.
Yeah.
We all drive. You typically take the same route home every day, same time. You're going to run. It's like he needs to find another intersection to do his deal.
This is true. This is like this guy that used to come around and do some work for my dad. He'd wash all of our cars at the house and wash trucks for us and everything. That poor guy, he was very blessed because he had 6 grandmothers.
And man, that's something, I bet.
And they
all started dying probably in high school.
And they all passed away. They had a grandmother pass away about once every other month. And it's like, wow, that's sad.
Yeah.
It's very sad. But yeah, and then the whole thing about the guy and the folks up in New Jersey that had the greatest story in the world.
Yeah.
This homeless guy gave his last $20 to this damsel in distress. Oh my, bless her heart. She ran out of gas. Here's the last $20.
Yep.
And they scammed $423,000 out of people. But greed is what did them in. They didn't share.
That mouth and greed.
That got them. It'll get you every time. And the funny thing about that whole story is, well, it's not really funny. But the thing about that story is the homeless guy who was really not homeless, he's from Henderson.
Yeah.
He's from Henderson. His name's Johnny Bobbitt. And to me, that right there, stealing's bad. Stealing's bad regardless of how you do it. But it's a lot less harmless if, say, you leave your lawnmower out in the yard and someone swings by during the night and steals it. It's kind of like a victimless crime and an emotionless crime. But when you go out here and you do this GoFundMe and you start telling this story, man, you start tugging at people's emotional strings. That right there, man, that's sick.
And probably some of the people that gave money didn't have it to even offer, but they were so drawn into the story, felt so bad. So
yeah, they got suckered into it, and man, I don't know, but that story has just captivated me. And then we're not really going to talk any politics today. But this, I tell you, the one that's really got me that I'm just going to enjoy for the next 2 years. There was this young lady who was elected as a congresswoman from New York, Alexandria Ocasio something. This girl hasn't even gotten into DC yet, and she's already just a hit on Facebook and Twitter just for some of the things she says. Oh my God, bless her heart. Bless her heart. Thank God for her though, because at least she's making it entertaining for me.
Yeah.
She's making it entertaining for me, and it takes away some of my it's so easy. You can sit here and watch CNN and watch Fox News every day. You can watch it, and your mind just gets negative, just completely negative. And at least she's funny to me. Very funny. Checking things out here. Ron Cox has joined us here on the show this morning, 44 minutes after the hour. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, whether you're listening in on WIWNradio.com or if you're listening in on your mobile phone. You know those mobile things, of course, now it can't be a flip phone. It's got to be an iPhone or an Android, and you can listen to us on your radio on your phone 24/7. And the cool thing about our apps too, man, is they have alarm clocks on them. So you can set the alarm clock through the app, and you'll wake up to what we're playing on WIWN radio.
And that gets you somewhere on time. That's a good thing.
Get you to the church on time, as David Bowie would say. Here we go. I know something's up with that 4th Street person has $20. Most are addicts. They're going to give $20 to the dope man. I unfortunately know. But you know what, Blake? But you don't. That's something that's in the past. You're a great story, man. It's a great story.
You're dang right it is.
And shows that it can be done. You just gotta want to do it. And everybody in the world can want you to do it, but until you want to do it.
Yeah.
Until you want to do it. And I know, man, good God. I was sitting here thinking, last year this time, man, I was getting drunk. Seriously, I probably Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I probably blew out work about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I started drinking beers because I knew Thanksgiving Day, man, I had to work. We're going to cook turkeys. I drank beers. And it's so weird now waking up every morning now with a clear head instead of a booze-induced fog. And but yeah, Blake, man, you're a great story. And dude, more people need to know your story and how if you really want something, if you really want to stop, you can stop. It's not endless. You can stop. 919-576-9996. That's our number here on the show. Thank you guys for listening in. If you're listening in Lewisburg, Youngsville, Wake Forest, Franklinton, Raleigh. We've got listeners in Raleigh. I saw a guy the other day. I'm walking out of the grocery store and he starts yelling at me, Breeze Radio. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? That's pretty cool. I don't do this for the celebrity of it. That's definitely, definitely not the reason I'm doing it. I'm doing it just because I just love talking to people. And I love telling a good story. That's why, did you know Sid Stafford?
I went to church with him for a while. I never really got to build a relationship with him, but I knew him.
That's why I could sit here and tell Sid Stafford stories and talk Sid Stafford all day. When I was a kid growing up, I grew up Sid's kids, and Sid had a flock of them. It's almost like J.J. Farrell, 100 kids. But Sid was he was the manager out at Town and Country Pool. So I got familiar with Mr. Stafford out there. And it's still weird calling him Sid, but he made me, once we worked together, call him Sid. I always call him Mr. Stafford, just out of respect. And then when I got to college, I had him as a professor. And one of the most entertaining classes I ever took. And then when I first started out in radio, my morning show co-host was Sid Stafford. That guy, you talk about a character and telling stories. And I wish that I could tell stories the way he could.
Yeah.
It's just some people have that knack. I don't. I can't tell a good story unless I'm reading. If I'm reading it, I can tell you a good story. But if I'm just sitting here and telling you one off the top of my head and everybody's going to be like, yeah, okay. All right, we got you. We got you. So you're not cooking a turkey?
No, I'm good with that, though.
I'll be damned. Ron Cox, guys, is not cooking a turkey. Rita Cox, Rita, you're not cooking a turkey.
Well, it was for the donations. See, that's got a feel-good story to it.
Donations. Makes me start thinking of Coming to America. Every time I hear the word donations, when they're passing the plate, he puts the chicken roll in the plate and he goes, donations. That's good stuff.
But it's getting time to the best movie now, though. Christmas Vacation.
Oh, this guy here, Halloween night. If you did not see it, we've got to reshare that picture on WIWN. We got to do that, and we're gonna. I think I have it saved here. If I don't have it saved on the computer, I have it saved on the phone. But this guy here, Ron Cox, was dressed up as Cousin Eddie, and he did a very good job. It was kind of scary. It's kind of scary, Ron. It's kind of scary.
I still think the best one was Reed pulling off John Franklin.
Reed did an excellent job, and Reed listens in here to the show, and a lot of times he'll chat me back and forth, but and that's so. But it's so funny though, thinking about that about Reed. Here's this guy. When I first met Reed, he was a little bitty guy. He was tiny. And I think Reed was probably 6 years old when I first met him. How old's Reed now?
23.
Hey man, so he was a little bit younger than that.
Yeah.
Reed was about 5 years old when I first met Reed. And just something about that kid. There we go. There's our pic. We got the picture up. It's going up right now. Ron Cox as Cousin Eddie. But yeah, I love Reed, man. Reed's just the greatest kid. He's so funny. He cracks me up, and he talks to me. He sends out. He'll shoot me a text, and man, it's fun.
Yeah.
And he and Ryan are so completely different.
Yeah, it's funny, man. He's got this dry humor about him, though, and he's an interesting guy. Both of them are.
So we got a Jay Neal story here. My best peddler story. Guy came up in the parking lot, wanted $20. He told the sad story. He had just got out of the hospital, had part of his foot removed. I looked down, bro was wearing flip flops, both feet fine. Now that's a good name.
You can't make that up. Oh, man. $50 said he was heading to get a pedicure.
That's a good one right there. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is a good one, Jay Neal. Holy cow. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful day out there. And compared to last week, it's like a complete 180. Last week it rained every day, Monday through Thursday.
Yeah.
You talk about just miserable. For someone who likes to be outdoors like myself, I was in complete misery. It was driving me crazy. I can't stand it. 3 hours in here doing this show, it's about all the indoors I can handle. I like being outside. I rake leaves on Monday. Of course, you can't tell it now. They've all blown back down. It's time to do it again. But God, I love being outdoors. And if we weren't traveling, that's what I'd probably be out in the backyard raking leaves tomorrow. Because tomorrow's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, tomorrow's the day.
So that means that there's Christmas is 4 weeks from Tuesday, 5 weeks from yesterday. And 2019 is 6 weeks. 2019 is 6 weeks from yesterday. Wow. Did your mom and dad ever tell you, Ron, growing up, that as you get older, time goes by faster?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you thought they were lying?
Well, because it seemed like it was 4 years between Christmases when you're, first, second, third grade.
Yeah.
Now it's like you literally just seems like the year is like 6 months long. It just flies. Yeah,
it's man. One minute you're sitting out there and you're getting rid of everything. You're breaking out for spring. You get those few sneak peeks in February where it's 70, 75 degrees. You get that last little hit of snow or ice in March, and then it's like, okay, here comes the shorts and short sleeves. Here comes the good weather, and then next thing you know, you're putting up a Christmas tree. Because we skipped fall this year.
Yeah, I don't even say we used to feel like we had 4 seasons when we were growing up, and now it seems like it's just hot or cold.
Yeah,
there's no in between.
And I don't know if Al Gore was right in this global warming thing that's just has just hit it and it's stuck, but it does. It seems like we go straight from summer into winter.
Yep.
Straight into summer into winter. You a college basketball fan?
Of course.
Did Duke play last night?
I did not. I've seen some of the highlights, so they're going to be a force to reckon with.
I think this is Coach K's last year coaching, but why not? because if they play as a team, that's the hardest part about getting all these talented young freshmen in, is getting them to play as a team and not individuals, because on the high school level, they were the team.
That's right.
And they were all individuals. But if he can get this team to play as a group, as a team, nobody's going to beat you.
And I don't like to, I'm not a fan of Carolina, but there's talent. I'll call it as I see it. I'm not a big fan of Duke. I'll call it talent as I see it. I think Krzyzewski's probably been one of the best coaches to take all those egos over the years.
Yes.
I'm not talking about now. Over the years, the whole thing, and actually form a team. I think about Roy Williams, and I'm not knocking him, but I think some of the talent he's had in the past 10 years, and a lot of times it just couldn't gel them together.
Yeah.
As a State fan, we wanted that talent. Give us an opportunity to try to gel
we
something.
get Adidas to pay like $50,000 to come to school here.
We were just hoping our coach didn't get messed up with a cheerleader. But anyway,
that guy.
But I got to give Krzyzewski credit. He can take those egos somehow and pull them together. And if he pulls it off with this group, they are going to be a force.
Yeah, and I thought Auburn played them very tight. Auburn's a very good basketball team.
But Auburn's full of upperclassmen, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, and that's just the whole thing, man. It's amazing that if you can keep your core together, you've got a chance to compete and get to a Final Four. But these young guys come in, they play this 1 year, and they're out of there, and I don't like that.
I don't either.
But you know what? You can't stop someone from making a living, and the NCAA makes so much money year in and year out. It costs $50,000 to go to Duke for 1 year. That's the tuition at Duke. Don't you think that they're going to sell more than $50,000 worth of Zion Williamson's jerseys?
I'm pretty sure they did that the first week he was there.
Exactly,
yeah.
and
before he took the court.
And so they're doing that. So they're making money off that kid's whatever, because they may not sell the Williamson. The Williamson won't be on the back of the jersey. On his likeness. That's it. That's what we're looking for in his likeness. They're making all this money. The television contract's insane. The radio contract's insane. The digital media contract's insane. You can't blame these kids for going to school for 1 year because the rules say you've got to go for 1 year. You can't blame them for taking off. You can't do it. You just can't do it. But my God, man, some of the talent out there, it's crazy. And then I don't follow the NBA close enough.
Once you go to the NBA, I lose you. I don't enjoy watching it. I like watching defense.
They don't know that.
They don't know it.
They don't know that.
So I lose interest at that point. So
and no one knew defense Monday night in Monday Night Football between the Rams and the Chiefs. What a game!
Yeah, I'm the guy that has to see the highlights now because I got rid of every kind of satellite and cable I had. So,
oh yeah,
yes, sir. It's amazing. I'm not going to say I was addicted to TV, but when I came in, it was like when I used to smoke. I get in the vehicle, I light up a cigarette, whether I wanted one or not. It's just something you did. Mm-hmm. I walk in the house, turn on the TV, and I would literally sit for 2 or 3 hours. And at the end of the day, what did you accomplish in that time? We were spending so much money and we would watch the same 4 or 5 channels.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, let's just get rid of it. And we did. I don't even know how long we've been without it. We didn't even have an antenna up until about 30 days ago.
Wow.
So I've missed out on a lot of sports and everything. And miraculously, I'm still here.
But you're right, though. I mean, you can get like Hulu or Vivo or any of that stuff, Roku, whatever. I don't know. And just stream and watch the 3 or 4 shows. I mean, Janet and I, we watch so much of these murders. And so if I ever get murdered, she knows how to do it. So she's got to be suspect number 1. But that's basically what we watch. Now, we have watched A&E this week because we've been watching the Clinton affair, which has been very interesting television. Very interesting television. And it's been kind of amazing because people go into it and they think, oh, poor little Monica Lewinsky, here she was, the president took advantage of her. And the president did take advantage of her, but this girl actively pursued Bill Clinton. And I gave Bill Clinton hell for years. I apologize to Bill Clinton for giving him hell for years. I still think that he's a bit of a cad, but this girl, she actively pursued him, and just getting this whole story about all the people that were involved and how, they had all the information there, but to actually convict him of the impeachment, was it high crimes and high crimes and misdemeanors or whatever? No, that wasn't what it was. It was just an affair that he had with a woman while he was married, and he lied about it, but that wasn't a reason enough to convict him. But so it was a very, very, very interesting thing here. 59 minutes after the hour, you're listening to the show here at WYWN Radio and WYWNradio.com. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're brought to you each and every day, Monday through Friday. Well, with the exception of this week, we're taking Thursday and Friday off. But Monday through Friday, we're here each and every day, and we're brought to you by our fine sponsors: Tarbanks Brewing, Lewisburg Tractor, Wayne Champion Franklin County Farm Bureau, Ryan Rayner of Rochelle Moon Realtors, First and Flight Athletics, Ruby Slippers Vintage Boutique, Rustic Roots, Balmer Farms, Lancaster Funerals and Cremations, Verizon Wireless of Lewisburg, Murray's Tire and Auto, and Homes Insurance Services of Youngsville. Happy birthday to a bunch of our Facebook friends here today. God, we got a bunch of Facebook friends having birthdays today. Drew Meadows down in Charleston, happy birthday. Francis Jenkins, happy birthday. Blake Hunter, happy birthday. Tony Mills, who used to be my old resident director at Keenan Dorm over at Lewisburg College, happy birthday, Tony. Vanessa Caldwell, happy birthday. Melissa Kimball, happy birthday. Lindsay Powell, happy birthday. Carolyn Scott, happy birthdays. Good God, is there anybody else? That's got it all covered right there. All covered right there. And our celebrity birthdays for today. What is today? Today is is today the 21st? Today is the 21st. I can't keep straight with what day of the week is. Take a look at our celebrity birthdays today. Let's see here. Nikki Bella from WWE fame turns 35 today. Her sister Bree turns 35. They're twins, Carly Rae Jepsen, remember that song, Call Me Maybe? Happy birthday to her today. Any other celebrities that we can see here? It's funny what they consider a celebrity. Michael Strahan, one of the most talented guys in all of television, who just happened to be an amazing football player. His birthday, he's 47 years old today.
I'm pretty sure that he and Ryan Seacrest are on every show. They got everything covered.
Seacrest owns television.
He does.
He took over where Dick Clark left off.
And Strahan is on a lot of different things now.
Yeah, he's on Good Morning America. He's on the Good Morning America afternoon show. He does football with Fox.
Yeah.
Everywhere you turn, you see Michael Strahan. But the thing of it is, though, he's entertaining.
I like him. Yeah.
I love him. You got this big hulk of a man who's just very entertaining.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. Goldie Hawn turned 73 years old today.
Wow. That may not be our 73-year post.
That is.
Really?
That's her at 73 years old.
Man, wow.
Plastic surgery
I was
does
going to
wonders.
say, there's got to be a button behind this getting adjusted to pull that face that tight.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fact. Oh, yeah, some big birthdays. Troy Aikman. Wow, how about Troy Aikman, Michael Strahan, and Ken Griffey Jr. all being born on the same day?
Wow.
That's a huge, massive talent. Ken Griffey Jr., one of the greatest baseball players who ever play the game. Let's see here. Any other? No, you people, you'll never be celebrities. Just never be celebrities. Stop thinking that you are. But those are our birthdays for today. Tell everyone you see happy birthday, and tell them you said it here. And there we go. 919-576-9996. 2 minutes after the hour. It's 2 minutes after the hour. What do you want to talk about, man?
You gotta.
Oh, this guy with the neck. Where did he come from?
I think it was a mug shot. I don't know. That was going to be the best thing that ever happened to him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can't make this stuff up. He's a walking billboard.
It's almost like the guy, remember it was a guy a couple of years ago that got arrested for something, I think, breaking and entering.
Yeah,
and his mugshot.
The model.
Yeah, he was a model.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't a model. They made him a model.
Yeah, they made him a model. And who this guy was, hey, crime, boys and girls, crime does pay. It really doesn't. But in the social media world that we live in today, crime does pay. That's, that was pretty interesting stuff there. And it's just amazing what's going on there. Let's see if they got the Franklin Times out. See if our boy Kerry has got anything out in the Franklin Times today. This is the thing, and this is what I like to say, a lot of people think that we compete with the Franklin Times here at WIWN Radio. Well, we don't, because I like to say there's room enough for everybody to go around. You want to get news updates in a flash. Atkins over at Franklin County News Online. He tweets it out, gets that there really quick, does a good job with using the Twitter feed. You want something like it happens right now, we can get it out to you here at WIWN. We can get people on the phone to talk to you. You want a good in-depth story, you can always count on Kerry over at the Franklin Times. So there's something for everybody here.
And even better now, Kerry is now a Franklin County resident.
Finally,
He
finally
is,
lives in
he is
Franklin
living
County.
in Youngsville.
That's right. He does live in Youngsville now, which makes it easier for him. So now he doesn't have to drive. He drives so much. And once they get a Planet Fitness closer to him, he's doing better. Kerry, he'll work out at the Planet Fitness up on Forestville, and we see him there. And I would see him in there, and I'm like, man, you drove all the way from Lewisburg here to drive back.
Yeah.
Because he'd go there and work out on Wednesday after getting the deadline, and they come back to Tarbanks Brewing.
Yeah.
I see him there. Of course, I can't really say anything because I'd do the same thing. I'd wake up in the morning, drive to Planet Fitness in Forestville, go work out. Now, if I want to go work out, I just go to the First and Flight Athletics over in Wendell, 4150 Wendell Boulevard. They've got yoga classes. They've got Kids Fit starting on December 3rd, which is a really cool thing. You know, these parents bring their kids to the CrossFit classes, and the kids, they get interested in it. They want to do the activities. Well, now starting on December 3rd, who's going to be the next celebrity? Your dad?
No, he's talking about the guy with the neck.
He next celebrity. Good
There
God.
you go.
Dude, thank you, Reed. Thank you, Mister. Yeah. Wow. I just lose my complete train of thought now. Oh, we're talking about First and Flight Athletics, but they have CrossFit classes starting at 5:30 each morning, and they do 5:30, 6:30, 9:30. The gym's open from 5:30 until 11 o'clock in the morning for open gym. They do an open gym from 3 o'clock to 8:30 in the afternoons. They have boot camp from 4 to 5 o'clock Monday through Thursday. Then they do CrossFit classes from at 5:30, 6:30, and 7:30. Check them out on the web today, firstandflightathletics.com. And it's never too late to get started. And if you're one to, and if your New Year's resolution is to lose weight or whatever, start doing that now. Now's the time to do it. Now is the time. Don't wait until January 1. January 1, you're doomed to fail. Gyms love New Year's resolutions.
Oh, I'm sure they get a lot of people come sign up, and by what,
Valentine's
February?
Day.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, boom. They gone. They out of there. They're out of there. All right, so let's see here. They're talking about the airport, the Triangle North Executive Airport. Hey, there's Santa Claus right there. County retreat. Our county commissioners, they had a long day on Monday. They had a retreat that started at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Then they went up having a meeting that night. That was a long day. And I was telling Shelly Dickerson this yesterday, I give them a lot of grief because I'm always pushing to try to make Franklin County be the very best that it can be and grow for everyone. But most of them have jobs and they have families, and they're going to put in an 8-9 hour day. They probably all worked half a day yesterday. And while we may not always see eye to eye with what they do, I appreciate every single one of them, even the ones I rail against the most. I appreciate each and every one of them because it's a thankless job that we need to get you in 2020.
No way.
Come on,
No
man.
way.
Come on, man.
Nah,
Come on.
no, definitely not the political guy. No. Next topic.
Okay, I'll tell you if today's a good day or not. Let's see here. Nope, I'm not in the obituaries. I'm good. The Bennett Joyner joke. Why do you read the paper, Bennett? I got to make sure I read the obituaries, make sure I'm not in it. Never heard that one before. Anyways, just goofing off here on a Wednesday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and down there at Tarbanks Brewing tonight, downtown Lewisburg. They're going to start brewing beer really soon, and they're going to put it up on the wall, and you're going to be able to pick a date for that first brew to be ready. Is that correct?
That is correct. I'll probably have that up this weekend.
Oh, wow. And then tonight, instead of the typical trivia, which, and God, I love trivia so much, but instead of the typical trivia, it's going to be open mic night. And who knows, with people coming in for the holidays, who knows who may show up down there tonight?
You never know. You know, I was talking to Willis Gupton yesterday. We got a big thing we're planning for February 16th. I should have reached out and see if he would show up tonight for a little bit.
You never know, he might. And I think on February 16th, is Cliff Waddell going to be there with him?
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're trying to provide as much great entertainment, no cover charge, and we're going to try to keep it that way. Hopefully, if I have to change later on, I'll have to consider it. But right now, we want it to be so a person can come in and spend their money without and have a good time without having to just completely go broke. You can't even go to a movie now hardly.
Movie's $30.
Yeah.
2 people, movie's $30.
Yeah. So you come in and we're going to love you whether you buy a beer or not. But if you come in, have a couple of beers and enjoy some live music, you're $10 out the door.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about your place there, Ron, is that it changes. It should never get stale because you constantly change the menu of beers that you can get. That's constantly changing. The entertainment constantly changes. It's different entertainment every night. All right. Then the food trucks. It's different food trucks. That's like Friday night. I'm telling all you guys this, and we were joking about it yesterday with Aaron. Make sure Friday night, you're going to be so tired of turkey by Friday night. You got the Wandering Dog.
Yep.
Down there.
What's more American than a hot dog?
Exactly. And then Saturday night, you have Adobe Joe.
Yep. Adobe Joe's.
Filipino food, folks.
And they're really good.
That's right. And they'll cook it to order, and they won't put too much salt in it. And but it's good stuff. I had it back in the spring when they were there this spring.
Yeah.
Really good stuff.
Yeah, and the guy's named Ron. So let's face it, he's got to be a pretty decent guy.
I almost lost my my coffee right there. That was almost gone. But yeah, we're hanging out here with Ron Cox on this day before Thanksgiving. And if there's something that you guys are thankful for, we want to know, what are you thankful for? Like me this morning, I went out and I want to try to do my very best, Ron, to not push radio so much tomorrow, even though we're going to be on and I want people to listen. I'm going to try my very best to not be a slave to this thing right here and not push radio, because I want to be able to enjoy my time with my family and friends. And it's so tough to do, but I did a post on Facebook this morning, and I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna take a second here and read this because I won't be on the air tomorrow. You'll hear my voice, but it'll just be canned voice. But I did a post this morning, and so I woke up very early, went to bed kind of late, went to bed very. But tomorrow's gonna be a very busy day, and this is to each and every one of you guys. Tomorrow's gonna be a very busy day, so I wanted to say thanks. And I'll try my best, Ron. I promise you, I'll try my best not to plug radio tomorrow. I'm going to put some links up there, though, because you may not know. And I don't want you guys listening to XM. I don't want you guys listening to Apple. I don't want you guys listening to Pandora. Listen to me because I'm the local guy. I'm the little guy. Listen to me.
Hey, are you getting ready to cry?
No.
Okay, I'm just going to make sure.
That's just my voice going out. That's why I need this holiday break here. But I wanted to say thanks, and I'll try my best tomorrow not to plug radio, and just enjoy time with friends and family and not be a slave to the grind. We all become slaves to the grind, whether it's a slave to our job, whether it's a slave to our hobby. We all become a slave to the grind. I don't hold Thanksgiving Day in the highest regard because I think every day should be Thanksgiving. I think every day that we wake up, it doesn't matter what your situation is. Be thankful, as you said earlier, you woke up.
Yeah.
Because you can find something good in every day. I don't care who you are. I was scrolling through Facebook yesterday, and I saw a picture of Avery Cooper. She's 13 years old, and she has brain cancer. Hey, man, life is good. I don't care what situation you're in. You're not 13 years old dealing with brain cancer. But be thankful every day, not just the day that we basically just stuff our faces. Whenever you think you have it bad, there's someone not too far connected from you who has it worse. And if you think about it, to go through the degrees of separation, there's someone within 1 or 2 friendship generations or family generations of you that has it worse than you do. I'm thankful that in 2018, how many people you ever hear say they were thankful they got fired? I'm thankful I got fired from a job that was not fruitful emotionally. Did I make a little bit of money? Yeah, I did. But man, it was 70, 80 hours a week. And the squeeze wasn't worth the juice, to quote my old friend Billy McDaniel. I'm thankful every day for each and every one of you who allow me to come into your cars, into your homes, into your earbuds every day. And I know I probably bug the living hell out of you with all the posts that I share. But all I'm trying to do is earn your business. and let you know that we're out here, that there is a local option. There is a local option for you. And it's me when it comes to entertainment and listening. I'm thankful for the encouragement from all of you. You guys don't realize how many of you, what you say to me to keep plugging along. So there's some days I want to take all this and just chunk it and just say, man, I'm tired of this little studio here is driving me crazy. But you guys, whether it's Ron Cox or whether it's Keith Layton or whether it's Jeremy Neal, you know, you guys push me and encourage me. And so I keep on doing this. I'm thankful that I still have my mom. I don't have my dad, but I have my mom. And she's a trooper. I'm thankful that in this year, 2018, I never would have thought this. If you'd have told me on January 1st, that I was going to find the love of my life and be engaged in November of 2018, I'd have told you were crazy. Or you've been in the booze too much or something. But I met Janet here in 2018, and she has shown me, because we're all our worst enemies. We're all our biggest critics. And regardless of what I did, to me, it was never good enough. It was never good enough what I would do. But she has shown me that I'm good enough to be what I want to be. And slowly but surely, each day I get a little bit closer to what I want to be. But she is my protector, she's my lover, and she's my best friend. And some of you may laugh and say, you have a woman that protects you? Yeah, she sticks up for me. She sticks up for me. And when I want to, think about getting down or let something that someone has to say that's twisted about me, she stands up. She says, no, you don't have to take that. You're better than that. So yeah, she's my protector. And finally, I'm thankful that although it's not perfect, and it's not, I live in the greatest country in the world. And we live, if you're in the United States right now listening to this, and what's funny is we have some listeners overseas, but if you're in the United States listening to this right now, we live in the greatest country in the world. We've got a lot of work to do, but I couldn't imagine living anywhere else. Anywhere else, I may not be able to do this. So have safe travels. All right, there's gonna be a highway patrolman every 20 miles on I-40 this weekend. So make sure you drive within the speed limits. Don't drive drunk. Don't text and drive. Don't act the fool when you go out shopping. Don't be the people that wind up on television fighting at Walmart for a 46-inch big screen TV, which isn't even that big. And don't eat too much. And of course, don't forget 36 hours of commercial-free Christmas music starts tonight at 6 on WIWM Breeze Radio. Sorry, I had to get that in there. And just happy Thanksgiving to all of you. But what are you thankful for? Those are just some of the things that I'm thankful for. And because I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. And so we're going to ask our listeners, what are you thankful for? There we go. Put it in there in the comment section. 919-576-9996. That's our number here on the show. And we thank each and every one of you that tune in and listen to us day in and day out. You guys make the difference. You guys make us want to come in here on days that you don't want to be in here. There's days we all don't want to do our job. And there's days I don't want to do this. But somehow I think, you know what? If I don't do this today,
then Ron's going to text me.
Yeah, what's oh yeah, there's some days and I get in here and I go on my little rant about, oh, woe is me, life is bad, I'm so tired. And I get a text from Ron. You ain't quitting. Keep going, keep plugging away. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. But we're asking people, what are you thankful for? We want to know, what are you thankful for? I see Sensei. Sensei's thankful for air. Ted Newton's thankful for air. And really, that's not a bad thing to be thankful for. That's not a bad thing to be thankful for at all. I'm thankful for, I'm thankful for social media. Social media allows me to do my job and do it with a broader audience. Ron, what are you thankful for, man?
Man, my family, and I go back to like my great grandparents, my grandparents, because I feel like I am a direct result of my upbringing, and of course on to my parents and my teachers. I had some teachers that it's hard to be. Society wants you to think that you've got to go. And when I say this, please, I'm not knocking higher education by any means. There's some things I certainly regret over the years that I didn't finish. I guess I can't even say I didn't finish college. I didn't start enough to even do that. But I'm thankful that there were teachers who would teach you things and believed in you enough to say, you don't have to follow everybody else. And then to turn around and marry somebody who has been, lets me be for lack of better terms, a free spirit. Nobody, my wife never is surprised at things I'll come home and say I'm going to do. And she's always backed me 110%. But I'm thankful that I've been able to do some of the things I've done with just a simple high school education. And that to me is one of the biggest things.
Wow. Yeah. And that's,
and now I see my kid is doing stuff. What is that?
he's worn those boots out. So read Merry Christmas. That's your Christmas gift, buddy. Get a new pair of steel-toed boots. We see that. And that's something though, and that I tell people every day, that if I had this to do all over again, I don't know if I would go back and go to college. I mean, I enjoyed playing baseball in college and I enjoyed the education I got. But I pretty much think that I may have gone and just learned a trade, and because that's where the money's at. The average salary for a college grad now is only $35,000.
Really?
Yeah, that's
versus the debt of what? What's the average debt? I have no idea. 100 grand?
Yeah, you should call it $100,000.
Yeah,
call it $100,000, and it takes till you're 40 to pay off.
Yeah,
at least.
I do wish the trades are something though you can always fall back on.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Always. I don't care how much money you're making. There's a time in your life you're going to need a plumber.
Bingo.
And
that's how I'm sitting here thinking.
And it always happens on Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever when all the family's coming over.
Someone decides they no longer want to be backed up and they back up your toilet.
Yeah. And you don't care what he's charging you per hour.
No, just get this thing to work. But yeah, I think college now is overrated. A college education now is very overrated. It's become watered down, pretty much like everything has, because of the trophy generation.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a trophy. Everybody gets a college degree. Look, if you go to the University of Phoenix, and if you went to the University of Phoenix, sorry, I'm not knocking you. I don't mean this in a bad way. They know that you can get a federal grant to go to school there, that you can get a loan to go to school there. They want that $12,000 a semester that you're paying to get a degree. You're not going to fail. You're not going to fail. You're not going to do that. Same thing goes for some of the other schools that are out there. We'll get your grades will be okay.
Yeah.
And that's what to me is happening with college now. So look, if you're a young person out there and you don't know what you want to do, there's always some options out there. Go in the military and learn a little bit about life, make some friends, become connected. And then decide from there, hey, do I want to go into this? Or maybe I should just go to a trade school and learn how to be anything about it. With the construction boom that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Everybody needs framers. They need roofers. They need electricians. They need plumbers. And people are always going to need plumbers. They're always going to need electricians.
That's right. Well, honestly, how old are you when you realize what you want to do in life?
47.
Okay.
I want to do radio and I want to umpire. That's what I want to do.
There you go.
I finally realized that this is what I'm cut out for. Working in sales, I was okay at it, but I hated it because my thing of it is, I don't lie to people about it. Just tell them this, or just flirt with the gatekeepers, and they'll get you in. I can't do that.
Yeah. And
I'm going to tell you, hey, look, it's a good product, it's a bad product. This is the kinks with it, but we're still good people, and we'll back it up. We'll cover you. That's what I would sell. But man, it's just one of those things. And boy, I don't know. I lose my train of thought. I need ADD medication.
Oh, look, I'm pretty sure that if you look up ADD or adult ADD, there's a picture of me.
I keep seeing a squirrel over there on the wall.
Yeah, Rita tries to keep me focused on when we're having a conversation, and like I said, she puts up with a lot. So
yeah. So some of our listeners here, Blake Mushton, He's thankful for his friends and family. He said friends first because he's lost his parents, and his brother lives 3 hours away, and his daughter's very busy, but his friends keep him sober and busy, and that's a good thing there. That's a blessing. That's why. And Jay Neal talking about goals. I mean, Jeremy, you didn't go to college, well, 4-year school or whatever. You know how to fix cars when people wreck them, and that right there. And guess what? What do people do every day? They wreck cars every day.
Yeah.
And they gotta have that. You gotta have somebody there that can fix those.
But I think about Jeremy Neal and I think about Chris Edwards. And I think about, I don't even think about their trade. I think about what they fix communities, or so that's what I think about when I think of those guys.
Does Chris Edwards even have a job?
He seems happy.
Yeah, Chris out there and helps Davis Caps. Davis Caps is thankful to have healthy kids, and that's a great thing. That's a great blessing, having healthy kids.
Yeah.
So many things to be thankful for, and that's why it just made me so mad when. And again, I say this almost every day when I talk about the United States, because it made me so mad when Andrew Cuomo said that the United States has never been that great to begin with. We're never great to begin with. I disagree. And a lot of people disagree with that, because there are a lot of things that we can do differently here and that we need to do differently here. Man, I'm telling you, I am so thankful that every day I wake up, and if I want to come in here and you know what? I can do whatever I want to do. I'm not restricted, but by so much. Do I have to pay taxes? Yes.
Yeah.
All I got to do, is Benjamin Franklin said, is die and pay taxes. That's all I've got to do. But you can wake up and you can go out the door and you go walk down the street. You can do that. You can wake up. You can go and talk to. I'm telling you, this is the greatest country in the world. And I think we're trying our very best day in and day out to make it where it's not that great anymore. But if we focused on fixing all the wrongs, then it will be. It will be. And just people have to take politics out of everything. Out of everything. If they take it out of everything, then and we just focus on it. It's like I say, it's a personal commitment to excellence. When you wake up in the morning, what can I do better today? Mm-hmm. And if the person you're sitting beside, if they wake up in the morning and they say the same thing, what can they do better today? It's what I did this morning when I woke up, Ron. I was like, you know what? I wasn't my very best yesterday, but I'm awake. I'm alive. I've got a chance to do this day better. Mm-hmm. And if we all would do that and not wake up and think about, all right, don't let the first thing that you do when you wake up in the morning, don't let it be pick up your phone and look at social media and look at emails. Wake up, open your eyes for a second, sit up, put your feet on the floor, and bow your head for 10 or 15 seconds. I'm not getting all religified on you here. I'm not going to turn into Preacher Brent today. But just put your feet on the ground, bow your head for 10 seconds. That's all it takes. And thank God for giving you the opportunity to wake up. Then go about your day. Then go about your day. Do your thing. But there you have it. Just do better. Always try to do better than you did today. And I did. I woke up this morning. I said, you know what? I didn't have the best of days yesterday. I don't know what's going on with me. It's like every time I stand up, every time I lift my head up, every time I move my head really fast, I'm dizzy as a fruitcake. I don't need to drink with that. It's like everything is. And we are someone who's used to being able to do whatever you want to do without any physical constraints, not having to think about it. It's really worrisome and bothersome. Now, the cool part about it is my insurance kicks in January 1st.
There you go.
So then I can go to the doctor and figure out what's wrong with me, figure out what's going on. Why am I dizzy? And I'm hoping it's just a sinus infection. But man.
And I'm hoping it's not contagious. So we all have hopes.
Well, you know what? I think you're going to be okay. Janet, she hasn't gotten dizzy or anything yet. But I'm thankful that even though I wake up dizzy and frustrated with that when I get out of bed, I got to reach for the wall to hold on to it. And I don't want anyone to really see me do that, because to me, something like that shows a sign of weakness, and I don't like being like a weak person. But I'm awake, I'm alive, and so I'm not patting myself on the back for giving the homeless guy $5 a day. I'm just saying you can do the same thing, and it doesn't have to be $5. It could be a can of food. It could just be something. It doesn't have to be anything. It could be a word of encouragement. Word of encouragement. That's all you got to do some days. What's your why? Orlando Jones, what's your why? That's exactly. What's your why? Day in, day out, what's your why? That's all you can ask for. And then here's the thing, sometimes I just need to turn this off. Thanksgiving isn't a holiday. It's one of murder, enslavement, rape. Take all that stuff out. Take all of it out. Thanksgiving is, you're right. You know what? Maybe it shouldn't be a holiday. Maybe it shouldn't be a holiday, because it should be every day.
Right.
Every day. Every day. There's a girl right there, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Under capitalism, man oppresses man. Under socialism, it's the other way around. Yeah. Man's oppressing man one way or another. That's the gist of the story that I'm getting at. Could be wrong. I just don't know. 30 minutes after the hour, take a look at our weather for you real quick. 45 degrees out there right now. Sunny skies at 57 for today. Enjoy that. Clear skies tonight for low of 34. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a high of 47 and a low of 27 tomorrow night. As Tom Suter used to say, that's going to be boo chilly. And for Friday, sunny skies with a high of 47. So right here at it, man, it's going to be bundle up and eat a lot of food. What's your favorite side dishes, Ron, for Thanksgiving? Put you on the spot.
Yeah, put me on the spot. Well, you can tell I'm definitely not one that's just been watching people eat. I don't know, but I'm dropping hints if any of my family's listening that I really like homemade mac and cheese.
Homemade mac and cheese.
Just saying.
Okay. What kind of cheese is in the homemade mac and cheese?
As long as it's got cheddar, you can have any other cheese in it with it.
So like throw some cheddar in there and some
baked on top.
And some mozzarella in there, and mix some ricotta in with the noodles. You ever tried that?
I have not, but it's only 10:30.
I look, hang out with Griff Gardner, you learn things. You learn things. Throw some ricotta in there, put that cheese on top, bake it up, and don't use those little bitty noodles. The little bitty, like the Kraft macaroni.
No, I like the shell.
Oh, you like the shell?
I like the shell.
If I want to eat macaroni, which is I very seldom eat pasta, I get those fat noodles, and they make the best. They make the best macaroni and cheese. But you sit in there, you cook that cheese down, you put that ricotta cheese in there, and get it all whipped up in there together. And then you put a layer of mozzarella on the top. Oh, by the way, before you put the shells in the bowl, you put a layer of cheese in the bottom. Put a layer of cheese in the bottom. Your choice, your call. Put a layer of cheese, and it can be here's where I would use sliced cheese, not the slice it yourself. So you can put chunks in there about, I don't know, a ½ inch thick, and just line the bottom of that tray. Put the shells on top with the ricotta cheese mixed in. Put mozzarella on top of that, then put cheddar on top of that. Let it bake in there. Good God, man.
So are we going to Griff's tomorrow?
We'll send him a text. Say, Griff, cook this right now.
That's right.
Tell him to cook that. My favorite my favorite holiday side, I guess that's just the country boy in me, is collard greens.
Yeah, they're going to take away my card, but I don't do collard greens.
You don't do? Why don't you do collard greens, man?
Yeah, I don't know. Here, I'll just give you my country card back. I don't do that. I don't do turnip greens.
You don't eat turnip greens?
Nope.
They can turnip greens can be a little bit bitter, so I can buy that. I like collards, but you cannot cook collards in a house. You've got to do it outdoors because the stench will kill you. So if you have a gas grill and you have an eye out there, that's a good thing to use. Is that? But yeah, I prefer collards. Like one of the favorite things I like to make though for everybody else is I like making mashed potatoes. All right. And I don't use the mashed potatoes in the box. I go out and buy like a 5-pound bag. I slice them up really thin, throw them over the boiling water, add some salt while they're cooking. Okay. And then just once they're done, drain them off. Take just huge amounts of butter, dump in there. All right. Then take bacon bits, fresh or the packaged kind, dump them over in there. Then get a potato masher. And whatever you do not use a mixer. Don't use a mixer. You just mash them up like that, and then you take the spoon and just whip them up so there's still little chunks in there. That's good mashed potatoes right there.
Where does the cheese come in?
You can throw cheese in it.
You gotta have cheese.
You can throw cheese in there. You can throw scallions in there. And it just, oh man, it makes it so yummy and tasty. It makes it so yummy and tasty that you'll be so full that you're going to need some way to get yourself out of the house and get yourself, instead of going out on a walk, you need to get out in nature. Well, Lewisburg Tractor, located at 1931 U.S. Highway 401 in Lewisburg, it's the one place to shop for huge savings on Kubota RTVs, including the brand new RTV, the XG850. When the great outdoors call, hop into your sidekick and hit the gas. With this 48 horsepower engine, the Kubota XG850 gets you where you need to go, and it gets you there in a hurry. And you can own one today. They're open down there at Lewisburg Tractor today for just $0 down. Who doesn't have zero? And 0% financing. I have $0 in my pocket, and I can go down to Lewisburg Tractor and buy a Kubota XG850 right now. 0 down, 0% financing. And don't forget the impressive line of Massey, Ferguson, Skag, Bush Hog, and many others at Lewisburg Tractor. They accept trade-ins as well. Lewisburg Tractor offers a full-service parts department, and when you need repairs, trust their factory-certified technicians at Lewisburg Tractor. Check them out on the web today at lewisburgtractor.com, or give them a call at 919-496-3594.
Hey, we ought to call Jason and see if he's having a Black Friday sale. That'd be the place I'd like. Where everybody's at Walmart, I'll just set up my sleeping bag outside of his place and see if I can get me a Kubota.
I tell everybody, now is the time. All right, they've got that Kubota XG50, those RTVs, which are awesome. They're great toys to have. But, a lot of you have a lot of grass you've got to mow. And now, I'm telling you, go buy a lawnmower right now. The prices on lawnmowers are down right now. But when March rolls around, it doesn't matter the brand, model, or whatever. Those prices are going to go up. And you don't have room to keep 2 lawnmowers. Well, if you have a good used lawnmower, they'll take that on trade at Lewisburg Tractor. They'll do that. And they have the largest inventory of used. So if you can't afford a new one, but if it's $0 down, 0% financing, if you can't afford a new one, they have some great options for you for used. And then it's just that level of client service after the sale. There's lots of places that sell lots of things in the area, but no one else has factory trained, certified technicians working on your equipment when if something happens to it, like maybe you run into something and bust a hose, or if you just need a routine service on it. Jason has factory certified trained technicians working on your equipment. And that's the big plus there about Lewisburg Tractor. It's like what I say about Verizon Wireless of Lewisburg. Every phone store is the same. They're all the same. They all sell cell phones, whether it's iPhone or Android, and they all sell packages, plans. They all sell chargers, cases, and all that. What makes Verizon Wireless of Lewisburg different is that the level of client service, you very seldom have to stand in a line down there and wait. His employees are very efficient. But they're also going to greet you with a smile. And then anytime there's any kind of fundraiser or anything like that, this is a big differentiator. Jeremy May always steps up to the plate. He gives back to the community. He's always big on doing that. I don't think he knows the word no. Like so many of you guys that advertise here with us at WIWN Radio, you guys don't know the word no. But Jeremy's a true steward of the community. Fundraisers, high school scoreboards, you name it. They're open Monday through Friday, and they're closed Thursday. They're open until 7 o'clock, Monday through Friday. Saturdays, 10 until 6. Sundays, 1 until 4. And they're located on South Bickett Boulevard in Lewisburg. Stop in and see those guys today. My sponsor page is getting full here, Ron. I like it. I want to make it bigger.
That's the way it should be.
I want to make it bigger. And
people are believing into things, and that's what they wanted, something different.
And that's why I like doing this here too, though. It's easy to walk in there and say, hey, man, would you buy some advertising for me for a radio show? All right, we do this radio show once a day for 3 hours. And then we do our regular programming. We play some commercials in there for you. But what if someone needs to get information from you, and they need to get that information from you, and they can't do it because you're not there, your business is not open. They can always come to our webpage, WYWN Radio, click on the sponsor link, and there you have it. Mm-hmm. And that links right to your website. And that's what I like about doing this. And so when you're advertising with us, I'm going to do the WYWN Radio sales pitch right now. You're not just getting radio advertising. You're getting advertising on our social media sites. You're getting advertising on our website. That's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week right there. You can't beat that at very, very affordable pricing. Very affordable pricing. So we're going to take a real quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more of the show. It's What You Want Now Radio. It's WYWN. Let's get this timeout going here.
Oh, thank God.
All right, so any way to mute this? There's no way to do that.
No way to mute what?
The Facebook Live. So we're taking a quick break, everybody.
Let's see.
Like the what, Eric?
Yeah, where you going?
Where am I going? I'm going to JC Penney's after a while. I'm shopping. You're going with me though.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay, that's awesome.
Yay.
So you've never met Ron in person?
I haven't. Hey, Ron.
Oh, I'm
How are
sorry.
you?
Hey, how
I
you
know,
doing?
like,
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I had to give you a hard time about the reindeer.
Oh,
that
yeah,
you-
man.
Yeah, where's your reindeer?
Two reindeers that he worked so hard on all day, 12 hours to make the two reindeer.
Where were they?
And snowmen.
Would you post them or something?
Yeah.
Post them.
And talked about the radio show, so that tells you he's not been listening.
No, I try to listen. I don't remember you talking about that. Honestly, though.
Real quick.
Yeah, of course I remember I picked up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're downstairs. He posted them too.
Yeah, I had this guy came in. What? I wasn't even there. Came in yesterday apparently,
They're cute.
and they were like, "Yeah, we need to get these things." I was like, "How much are they?" And I hadn't even seen them.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't know, $36 for the both of them, and
Who's that
he's in
showing?
between jobs,
Yeah.
so it worked out.
I thought they were adorable. In fact, I saw some like them almost, and that's why my sister's husband Philippe, and yeah, and so every time he does, I'm like, okay. And so he went and tried to make him like.
Jacked up or something. Oh no.
My knees.
That's all over myself. Like, oh. I was sitting there thinking, I'm gonna let Ron carry the show next week.
You ain't trash.
What you got?
I just got some gum I was to get rid of.
Yeah.
I'll deal with it. That's no big deal.
All right. Let's see here. Took a little bit of a longer break than usual. It's the show here with you on your Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Brent Cardwell, our very special co-host Ron Cox, joining us today here on the show. And 47 minutes after the hour, it's going to take a 7-nation army to hold us off and stop us here at WIWN Radio. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, whether you're listening in on WIWN Radio or if you're listening in on your Apple or Android device now. Again, I like saying that we have the Android device out now. I'm just so happy. I've never thought I'd be so excited to say we've got an Android. We've got an Android. So we posted up on our Facebook pages, and man, that's the cool thing about Facebook. You've got all these groups. You got all these groups in there. And so this is from our Raleigh group page. Lester Alamanzar, Polanski, thankful for family, being healthy, and having a job, and also Amazon Prime. Very thankful for Amazon Prime. We're thankful for Amazon Prime here as well, because usually every day when I open up the door after doing a show, there is an Amazon box
waiting for you.
But I mean, Janet's on the ball. You know, she's gotten ready. She's going to be prepared because, you know, her job is very, very busy. It keeps her very involved. And so, you know, it might be 12:30 in the morning and she's shopping for Christmas and getting it delivered, even though people don't forget that this Saturday is National Shop Local Day. It's National Shop Local Day. And so, and we're encouraging everyone. We had Don Lancaster on from the Greater Franklin County Chamber of Commerce yesterday. All right. Greater Franklin County Chamber of Commerce, and just encouraging everyone to shop local. Keep those dollars local. That money spent here is going to turn over time and time again. Time and time again. And again, it's just not just shop local this weekend, shop local every day. That's my message, And the cool thing about your place now is people can come in there, and I like this. I can come in there, and if I want to buy Griff 6 beers, I can buy Griff 6 beers. You put it on the wall.
That's right.
That's cool, man. Who came up with that idea?
Pay it forward. Actually, we've seen it in a couple of different places. Wine and Beer 101 in Youngsville had something like that. Somebody had put my name on the board. So it's a good reason for me to, at that point, to go over and visit them. And I'd seen it in a couple other places, and Mark had as well. So it worked out. Mark came in one day, and he had just made the board up. And it started with a very small board. Now we've gone to a much larger board, but pretty soon we'll have a TV up there that has an up-to-date pay it forward on it.
I think that's awesome, and I love seeing a picture of it and everything. I think my name's on the board.
It is.
I think Dan Connors took care of me last time he was in town, and Dan's back in town to do Christmas with do Thanksgiving with his family. He's up from Alabama, and but yeah, man, everybody shop local. The Greater Franklin County Chamber of Commerce, they're promoting that, and we're doing that along with them. And so again, go down to Tarbanks Brewing. If you know somebody who likes to drink craft beer, that's a great place to start. And buy some beers and pay it forward in advance for them to get their name there on the board. You need a lawnmower, a tractor, or a bush hog, or a chainsaw, or even winter coats, jackets of that nature. Lewisburg Tractor. It's a great place to shop local. You know someone who's into health and fitness and they want a gym membership somewhere. Buy them a gym membership at First and Flight Athletics in Wendell. You know somebody who likes cool collectibles. Liz Seibel, and I don't know how many of you have ever been in Liz's store or not. Liz has some cool stuff in there, especially this Christmas stuff she has. I mean, it's amazing. I love it. I think it's awesome. Go to Rusted Roots Bun and check out their website and start frequenting those guys. They'll be opening up towards the end of the month. Vanessa and Russ are looking forward to opening that up. Verizon Wireless. Now you may be able to buy somebody a phone if you want to get into that. But look, they've got some cool phone covers, and everybody's always need a charger. I carry this thing. This is like carrying around Linus in his blanket. My thing of chargers here. Always got to keep plugged in. Buy them there at Verizon Wireless in Lewisburg. You need some new tires. And I know you may have to drive to Raleigh to do it, but with the savings that you're going to get on pricing and with the time you're going to save, because this rate of speed that people work at there, Mary's Tire and Auto. And Gary Mary's a Lewisburg guy. So that money, it may be spent in Raleigh. It's going to be brought back and spent in Franklin County. So I encourage people to spend money there with Gary Mary at Mary's Tire and Auto. So, and the rest of our clients, they do things a little bit differently. We have insurance agents like Wayne Champion and Blaine Holmes and Jesse Nichols. And then we have, Lancaster Funerals and Cremations. We don't want anybody to have to use Ryan and them right now this time of year. But you know what? That's something we're all going to do. And it's a service that everybody's going to have to deal with. And we're glad that Ryan's on board with us here at WIWN Radio. And so there we go. Shop local, keep it locked in here in Franklin County, Northern Wake County. Because Wake Forest has a lot of cool places in Wake Forest.
But my thing with the shop local is the small business is the first place that people go to when they're looking for a school donation or something, their favorite charity or whatever. And all of us want to be able to do that. But it doesn't just happen if you don't support us. During the year, there can't be so many donations. I know they don't advertise We and Them, but I'll say Rustic Building Supply.
Always.
I've bought 95% of everything that we've got, and all those buildings we've renovated has come from them. And I've had people say, well, you could have gotten it at Lowe's probably cheaper. If you price it out, you might get a couple of things cheaper or whatever, but Lowe's doesn't care if I needed one piece of trim molding at lunch. I would have to drive there, get it, bring it back. Those guys, Richard Bowers, Alvin has done it.
Yeah.
On their lunch, they would leave there, drop something off that we needed, and go back. You don't get that kind of service anywhere else.
They're going to laugh at you at Lowe's or Home Depot and Rustic Building Supply. They've been coming up for years. And I know they don't advertise with us, but this is what I was saying yesterday. If they're local, I don't care. Do I want them to advertise with us? Absolutely, I sure do, because I'm a business too. But they've been there for so long, and they can only be there for so long because of the level of quality client service that they provide. And they donate to so many things. We needed when my dad was in the process of dying, I needed somebody to build us a wheelchair ramp, get my dad in and out of the house. They come out there, he sent somebody out there and built him a ramp.
Yeah.
But we were looking for a donation.
Yeah.
But they just sent David out there and David built the ramp.
Yep.
Like, where's the bill?
Yeah.
No bill.
Yep.
They said do it.
Yep.
It's like, that right there, that's what it's all about. That's why you want to shop and spend your money with these local businesses like Rustic Building Supply. You want to spend your money there with those guys. You want to eat, you want to eat at all the local restaurants. You really do. And support these people. They're part of the community. And they give back. And again, and you're right. I mean, so many times, every time there's a fundraiser or somebody needs a sponsor for a ball team, they come to the small business.
But that's the beauty of the small community. We're all part of it.
Well, one of the best things anybody could ever do now, and I'm telling you this is a fact, and this is always my sales pitch when I was Parks and Recreation director. The best money you can ever spend is to sponsor a Parks and Rec team. Because that T-shirt's not just going to be worn during the season. That T-shirt's going to be worn year-round, and it's going to be. And a lot of times they get handed down.
Yeah,
they get handed down, and so you're getting advertising like you wouldn't believe, and it's for very low cost, very low cost. And I don't know if they can get away with having a brewery on the back, but I had Toot and Tail as a sponsor one time.
I have sponsored the Pink Panthers. Kickball team from Franklin County Parks and Rec, and we have sponsored last year, and we're getting ready to do it again, a travel volleyball team. So at first I had a little problem. I didn't want the children having that, but it was the parents that were like, it's the way we were doing it. It's not promoting the wrong thing.
Yeah, so, and I'm glad you mentioned Franklin County Parks and Recreation, because I told June Green, I talked to June last night. I gave June a call up because they're doing a fundraiser. They're doing a fundraiser right now for the Happy Camper program. They're doing a fish fry right now. It starts at 11 o'clock, so it's 3 minutes before the hour. So let's call it 11 o'clock right now. They're doing a fish fry to benefit the Happy Camper program. He's got 150 plates that have to go out before 11:30. I said, June, you want to call in and talk to us on the show tomorrow? And he said, man, I'd love to. But I can't. He goes, we've got 150 plates that have to be delivered by 11:30 this morning. But go by there. It's for a good cause. It's from 11 until 4. It's right there at Ronnie White's Towing and Tire, right there in Lewisburg. It's right there. $8 a plate. You get fish. You get all the fixings. You get all that. And look, I'm telling you, I've had June Green fry fish for me before. I've eaten fried fish that June Green's cooked. June knows what he's doing. Don't believe me? Look at him. Look at him. June eats plenty of fried fish. But it's good stuff, and it's for a good cause. You like fish, you like children, you do this. Because we talked so many times on this program about it costs $35,000 a year to house an inmate. So I think about all the millions that the state of California lost on Charles Manson when they should have just put a bullet between the guy's eyes.
Well, he had a target that they could hit.
15 cents. That bullet cost 15 cents. Just like the guy out in Colorado that killed his wife and 2 daughters. It's going to cost the state of Colorado, this guy lives to be 85 years old, $1.75 million, $1,750,000. I could save them $749,999.85 with one single 15-cent 9mm bullet. All right, I said all that to say this. We all complain about that. Invest in children today. Invest in children today, and you're not investing in their prison sentence tomorrow. And that's not me trying to be funny. That's me being factual. Because if you get kids involved at an early age, that's why I'm so big on school resource officers, man. Because a lot of kids, the only exposure they have to law enforcement is in a negative light. They're at home and they get all this negative reinforcement about what law enforcement, what cops are. And it's not that. There's always that 1% in every group. It doesn't matter if it's law enforcement. It doesn't matter if it's school administrators. It doesn't matter if it's preachers. You always have that 1% of bad people. But this right here, folks, the Happy Camper of Franklin County now, it's been going on for over 20 years. And they're frying fish today from 11 o'clock until 4 o'clock. Stop by there, get you a plate today. It's only $8. It's only $8. And now for lunch, $8 is pretty cheap.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
can't eat at McDonald's for $8, can you?
no, because once you throw in the medical bills afterwards,
Well,
if I'm gonna eat something fried, I'm gonna eat fried fish. You can do it there. The fish fry to benefit the Happy Camper program of Franklin County. Don't forget, Bun Residents Organized Against Drugs. They're having a Thanksgiving lunch tomorrow. It starts at 11:30. That's at 583 Bun Elementary School Road. We've also the Epsom Fire Department in the Franklin County Longbeards. Tonight is the last night for their turkey shoot. They've got a lot of prizes they're going to be giving away tonight. Stop by there. They've got food and concessions. But these guys have been doing this since the first weekend in October. Tonight is their last night. Make sure you get out and support them. Friday night, November the 30th, the town of Bun doing their 5th annual Christmas tree lighting. All right. And then on Saturday, December 8th, they have their Christmas parade at 10 o'clock in the morning. Then not this coming up Saturday, but a week from Saturday, our friends over at Centerville Baptist Church, they're having a great meal for breakfast on Saturday, December the 1st, from 7 o'clock until 9:30. It's for breakfast. Centerville Baptist Church Children's Group Christmas fundraiser. Eat in or take out. Breakfast include eggs, sausage, red hots, ham, grits, sausage gravy, biscuits, and donuts. And plates are only $6 each. That's ridiculous. You guys have got to charge more than that. Proceeds will go to support the Laura Mill Elementary School Angel Tree. All right, so that's our community announcements for right now. We'll tell you real quick, and I got to steal this one here from the Franklin Times. Let me scroll back up because it's going on tomorrow for the people in the Lewisburg area. Just want you guys to make sure that you know about it. They don't have it now. Oh, there it is. Blessings Incorporated. Blessings Incorporated, they're having their annual Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow from 11 o'clock until 1:30 at the Lewisburg College cafeteria. The dinner is free to all, but donations of canned food are appreciated. Volunteers and donations are needed. Call them today, 919-496-3106. Not too late to help out. Also, as well, the Pilot Lions Club, they're doing their Thanksgiving Day breakfast tomorrow morning from 6 o'clock until 10 o'clock. A who's who from Franklin County will be down there. And it's pretty cool. There's no set fee, but you just make a donation. And I say, between $8 and $10 because the food's amazing. Mm-hmm. Food's amazing. So you can waddle around all day tomorrow if you want to. So lots and lots of opportunities to get some good food. We asked our Facebook listeners, what are you thankful for? Ted Newton said air. Jerry Matthews said my family and friends. Corbett Ellington being alive. My niece Brooke being alive in general. Brian Powell and all of you blankheads in my family. Way to go. My niece, real winner there. Good job, Brookie. Appreciate that. 2 minutes after the hour, and you're listening to us here at WIWN Radio. And we're brought to you day in and day out by Tarbanks Brewing, Lewisburg Tractor, Wayne Champion, Franklin County Farm Bureau, Brian Rayner of Rochelle Moon Realtors, First in Flight Athletics, Ruby Slippers Vintage Boutique, Rustic Roots, Lancaster Funerals and Cremations, Verizon Wireless of Lewisburg, Mary's Tire and Auto, and Homes Insurance Services of Youngsville. Speaking of Wayne Champion, I spoke with Champ yesterday. And a lot of people don't know this because one of the things that they have cut advertising for open enrollment for the healthcare marketplace. That enrollment is open now, and it goes until December 15th. Now, a lot of you can go out here and go muddle through it online like I did. Wayne Champion at Franklin County Farm Bureau can help you. Let Wayne help you get your insurance in place, making sure you're getting the right coverage and paying the right amount of money. The whole thing, if you ask me, is crazy. It's insane. I don't understand how it works, the whole insurance thing. I just don't get it. Let Wayne Champion help you out with that, and he can walk you through all those steps. And, you don't have to meet with Wayne between 8 o'clock and 5 o'clock. Wayne will meet with you at 6:30 in the morning if you need to do that. Wayne will meet with you at 7:30 at night if you need to do that. Wayne wants to help you. Wayne wants to help you out. And so you can give Wayne a call at 919-496-9549. That's his cell number. Or you can call his office at 919-496-2051. But yeah, you haven't seen much about open enrollment on television or internet, anything. They say they cut the budget for the advertising. But had I known Wayne did that, trust me, dude. I'm going through this thing. I'm like, all right, I got to get some health insurance.
Yeah.
I'm 47 years old. I'm not getting any younger. Unfortunately, Breeze Multimedia Productions does not offer health insurance as part of its benefits package. Its benefits package is waking up in the morning. That's my benefit package here. And so I'm going through this thing, Ron, and we're going to talk to Wayne about it next week. Wayne's going to be on the air with us. It is so confusing. And it's so hard to understand how it all works out because it's crazy. And of course, people that sell health insurance, they don't make any money off health insurance anymore. There used to be a ton of money selling health insurance. Now it's like pennies on the dollar. You're really not making that much. And so those guys really don't like to deal with it. But, here it is. I sell you some health insurance. You would trust me on that, then I'll earn your business the rest of the way. And that's what Champ's looking to do. I mean, you may think that you have plenty of insurance. And I told the story earlier this week about the lady down in Goldsboro. Her home got flooded out during Hurricane Matthew, well, it's 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. All right. Flooded her out. She had to raise her home up. And she had homeowners insurance. She had flood insurance. She just didn't have enough. And so you want to trust somebody like Wayne Champion to sit down with you and say, hey, this is what you need. But the whole health insurance thing, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And you got to call and see, well, if I want to go to this doctor, because, hate to say it again, not trying to get political, you were not able to keep your same doctor. That was just a lie. That was a lie. Maybe the intent was to keep the same doctor, but you can't do that anymore. So called around, make sure I'd be able to see these doctors, do these things. And so now I got to find a plan that fits in. Well, this plan fits here. This plan doesn't fit there. This plan to get you this, plan to get you that. Now I went up with a great deal. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to be paying for health insurance, but it's absurd. I told my buddy about it this morning on the phone. I was calling and telling him Happy Thanksgiving. And he's like, so you got it? I said, yeah, it starts January 1st. That's my health insurance starts. And I said, I can go ahead and tell you this much. It's better than what your employer provides you by far. I don't get it. That's one of the issues that eventually down the road, politicians are going to have to tackle to make it affordable and the same across the board. Because here's the thing. I don't think someone should be penalized. I don't think if someone's making $150,000 a year, they should be penalized for that. Mm-hmm. And that's the penalty that's out there right now. The more money you make, the more you have to pay for health insurance.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. I just don't. And it's very confusing and it's very hard. And I didn't realize it really until like 1972. All healthcare was nonprofit. It was all nonprofit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was reading that through. I think maybe when I was doing This Day in History or something, that's when Kaiser Permanente got involved. And Nixon signed the bill in, and that's when prices really started going up. And they were able to become for-profits. But it's crazy. It's crazy. I go on this website. I put in what I think my income may be. No, you got to be kidding me. So then I go and adjust it for a higher piece of insurance, right? For a higher rate of income. And I just shake my head.
Nothing changed. Your age didn't change. Your health didn't change.
Just my income.
Just your income.
Just my income.
Got punished.
Just my income.
Yeah, that's how we really get
by $5,000.
Really?
So increase it by $5,000, and it's like
So instead of giving people an incentive to get out and work hard or work two jobs or whatever, you punish them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And it just doesn't make sense to me because, this is something that I choose to do. I choose to do that. And it's almost like, and granted now, trust me, I don't want to be where I'm at financially. I want to be much better, but you got to crawl before you can walk. And so I'm in the process of crawling right now. And I want to be where I have to pay the top dollar. But I think it's insane that people are penalized because they make money, and it's the socialist, what I call them. They're not Democrats. People want to say it's the Democrats. No, it's not the Democrats. It's the socialists that have made this happen. And it's not right, because you choose to be in a career that you can make $250,000. You work, most people that make that much money, they work hard to make it.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't be having to pay for people who choose, maybe, and again, I don't get it. There's just so much, and that's one of the things I talk about, being the greatest country to live in and wake up in, and that's some of the problems we got to fix. You shouldn't be penalized. You shouldn't be penalized for making a lot of money. And a lot of people say, well, you should give back. Well, these people that make a lot of money, they give back, because when they go out and buy items, and they go out and buy a boat, so what? Guess what? That sales tax they're paying on that boat, that's going back into the community. They're spending money back. A lot of them are business owners. What do? They give this organization, this organization, this organization. And with this trend continuing, what's happening is these people are not giving as much.
Yeah.
They're not giving as much because it's been taken out of their court. And one of the
Was there another break then? So you get 150 is one level. At that point, does it not matter, or is there another level? Is it 150 and then another 500,000? There's another expense on that. Or is it just once you get 150 like the starting point of all the extra charges that you saw?
Oh no! I was just using 150 as an example.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying a good income.
I got you.
A real good income would be $150,000.
Look at that though.
But it was really crazy. And the more I played with it, the more I looked, I'm like, this isn't right.
Yeah.
This isn't right. And it's just like, oh God, what was the other thing I was thinking about the other day? And again, I said it, the Democrat Party of today is not what the Democratic Party was of our grandparents. It's a completely different animal. Now it's all socialist. It's all gimme, 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 gimme. And it can't be a gimme world. You got to go out there and you got to work for it and you got to earn it. But now, again, they've got to do something to make it, because healthcare costs are insane. It's insane. So they got to do something with the pharmaceuticals. I think they've got to look at alternative ways of treating people. I don't think that a pill's a cure for everything. But we start kids out on pills when they're 3-4 years old because we don't want to do the job as parents. And I firmly believe that. And then these kids try to make the break off the medication. That's when they snap and bad things happen. And it's like minimum wage. We were talking about minimum wage the other day. Now, these people that are marching around saying they deserve $15 an hour minimum wage, they're crazy. They're crazy because, and anybody who has gone out and worked hard to get to where they're at, anybody that's going to college, anybody that's going to school at University of Hard Knocks and is making a good living now, giving people that don't really care or just the bottom of the totem pole $15 an hour, that lessens what you've done. That's lessens what you work for. Now, people can't make a living. You cannot, and I did the math. You cannot survive off the current minimum wage. You can't do it. It's impossible. And so I went back and I did the math. If you have, and I did a single guy, and then I did a family, 2-parent family with kids. The break-even point to not to be able to save anything, but to be able to pay your bills and to live, $10 an hour. All right, $12 an hour, you're able to save a little bit. So that minimum wage, to me, it's got to come off $7.25, and it's got to go between 10 and 12. You can't expect people, but then people also too have to realize that having an iPhone, it's not a right.
No.
Having a big minutes plan, or that's not a right. Having cable TV, not a right. There's nothing wrong with going out there and hanging an antenna out the window. You can pick up 26 to 30 channels. You'd be amazed at what you can pick up. So people, you've got to learn how to live. No one has the right to cable television. No one has the right to an iPhone, things of that nature. But you do have a right to live.
Yeah.
You've got a right to live, to have a roof over your head, to put food in your belly, to put clothes on your kids' backs. But $7.25, even if both parents, you just can't do it.
No. But if you start demanding $15 an hour, my thing was always taught, you ask for it, you might get it.
Yeah.
That's going to come with a cost because somebody's going to lose their job.
Oh, absolutely. And it's happening. It's happening now at McDonald's. And the prime example is Sheetz. When you go and order your food at Sheetz, you don't order it from a person. And this kiosk work just fine.
Yeah.
And Sheetz pays above minimum wage. I mean, everybody that starts at Sheetz starts at around $8.50. $8.50 is the lowest they start there. It's the lowest they start there. But, I think $10. And if you look at the way minimum wage has grown over the years, it's been far behind economical growth. But $10 is fair. Again, just people have to learn that you can't have, if you want to have an extravagant lifestyle, you got to learn to save, and you got to learn how to do something that's going to make you extravagant money. You can't expect somebody to give it to you.
No.
You can't expect that.
Well, you wouldn't appreciate it anyway.
No, not at all. Not at all. So anyways, that's just my take on that. Just get back to the whole health insurance thing. The whole thing is amazing. It's amazing how it all works. 15 minutes after the hour, we're here on the show at What You Want Now Radio, WYWN, whether you're listening in on WYWNradio.com or whether you're listening in on your Apple or Android device, or whether you're one of the few checking us out here on Facebook Live. See if there's anybody even there on that. But yeah. So that's always a cool thing that's going on at Lewisburg College tomorrow, where they're doing that Thanksgiving dinner from 11 o'clock until 1:30. So, say you're alone, you don't have any family you got to hang out with, go there. It's a good time. I know my daughter worked there last year. My daughter she helped serve there last year. My daughter, Alex, she helped serve there last year, and she thoroughly enjoyed herself because she was able to give back. Don't forget, coming up at 12 o'clock today, we've got 2 hours of great Christmas music for you. You're going to enjoy it. And I brought more Christmas music last night. It was so funny, Ron. When I started this back on September 4th, I thought I had a big music library. I got 800 songs, man. I got a lot of music. It's enough to do a radio station. No. No. 2,200 more songs at over $3,000. Now I'm starting to get a decent sized library. And holy cow, man, that programming, I love the Christmas music. And what I should do one day is play the same, if it wouldn't lose listeners, maybe it would gain listeners, is find a song like Oh Holy Night and play every recorded version of it and let people choose which one they like the best. There's so many versions of those songs out there. It's crazy. It's crazy, and trying to find all that music, because what I'm trying to do with our Christmas music here, I've got all kinds of. I've got some rock Christmas music, I've got some pop Christmas music, I've got some country Christmas music, I've got some Christmas rap. Got all that, because that's what we want. We want everybody to be able to tune in, whether they're white, black, Asian, Hispanic, doesn't matter. But we've grown our music library tremendously, and it's fun. It is very time consuming. I like for people to send me their playlist. You were doing that on occasion. You'd send me some songs. You quit doing that. You've fallen down.
I'll get back into it then.
And I think it's Corbett Ellington that's always sending me songs, and so I usually always play those. It's so much easier when people send me the list. I can just type in the library there. But I take pride in sitting down and making my blocks of music. And it's not as easy. Everybody thinks, oh, you just got to pick out 12 songs. Because it takes to do an hour, depending upon. Now, some rock songs you get into your Meatloaf, or his 8-9-minute songs, and maybe some Yes. Typically, it's going to take you 12 to 14 songs to program an hour of radio if you have any commercials in there. So I want to make sure that each day, every song's just right. And did I play it yesterday? Did I play it 2 days ago? Can I mix it up a little bit? And I get into it, and so I could very easily just go in there and tag each song.
Yeah.
Then I come on there, hey, another great 80s song for you here at What You Want Now Radio. But I like saying, hey, that was Mike and the Mechanics, Silent Running. That was a big hit for them back in November of 1986. It's more interactive to me.
Yeah.
And instead of just being Of course, you probably do this whole thing without me talking on it at all, but I want people to know that what they're listening to is, if they're listening in this area, that it's local.
But especially if you've got listeners that are sending in their list, they feel like they're really part of the program.
Yes, absolutely. And what I try to do is, if you send in your list, I'll say, hey, this set of music is brought to you by Ron Cox today. We try to put that out there and just get people involved. And it's work, and it's continuing to work, and it's continuing to grow. And we just got to keep people, that's why we appreciate it. We ask people to continue day in and day out to give us and send us, your requests, send us your songs, send us everything, and share these videos. Share these videos when you're talking to people. Show them your phone. Show them the app on your phone. That's why I put it on my home screen. I mean, right there, it's the first, one of the first apps you see is WIWN Radio. That's why when I met Ricky Johnson the other day, never met Ricky before in my life. He's like, yeah, man, look, I got your app. See, it's right there. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool stuff if you ask me. And, I'm looking forward to, are you guys going to be involved in the Lewisburg Christmas Parade?
We are. We have a float.
You got a float.
We got a float. So anyway, we'll be in it. And we opened up last year during the parade, and it was fun having the overhead door open.
Right.
People coming by. But this year we decided to actually join in and be a part of it. So we'll be doing that. We've got the tree lighting on Tuesday night, which we're excited about.
That's this Tuesday night.
That is this Tuesday night.
Wow, it's been a year.
Yes.
Last year was amazing.
It was amazing. I think we thought it was about 600, 650 people out there. This year, if the weather's good, I'm hoping we blow that out of the water.
Oh, last year it was more than 650 people out there.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, it was more than 650 people out there.
It was nuts.
It was. I mean, I was like,
I got behind one of the columns there so nobody could see me because I had tears in my eyes because it was like people are really coming back downtown.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to ride down here and I'm going to see this, this Christmas tree lighting.
Yeah.
Maybe 50 or 100 people is what I'm expecting. Not going to lie. And there it was, this mob scene. And it was so funny watching Jonathan, because Jonathan Franklin, the town administrator in Lewisburg, he had this look on his face like, oh crap, I didn't think there's going to be this many people here either.
Yeah, we had a running bet behind the scenes of how many people we would have there, and it was blown out of the water.
Let's see what the weather's going to look like for Tuesday, if they've got anything that far. I mean, right now they're calling for sunny skies on Tuesday, high of 52, but there's going to be choirs out there singing.
Oh, yeah.
The Christmas tree lighting in and of itself. Is the Jolly Elf going to be there?
Oh, yeah.
The Jolly Elf,
Yep.
little St. Nick himself.
He said after last year's he wouldn't miss us again, so he'll be there. And we've also got a bluegrass band playing some
Nice.
Christmas music out there again. The speakers that were an issue last year have been taken care of, so that's going to be great. You got Shane Benjamin from the college reciting "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," and I mean, what a gem that guy is. His voice is unbelievable. And so anyway, it's a great night.
Yeah, so that's going on Tuesday night. Right there in downtown Lewisburg. And then Sunday, a week from Sunday, it's the Town of Lewisburg Christmas Parade. And we're going to be there as well. I think Jay Neal's going to be dragging Janet and I down the street. And it's going to be it's going to be great to get out and see everybody. I love a good parade. And it's going to be nice, like I said, to get out and see everyone and just tell everybody Merry Christmas and tell everybody thank you.
Yep.
It's a great time to do that. So hope to have lots of good turnout for that. Again, so much going on in the community. Bun's having their Christmas parade on December the 8th. They're doing their Christmas tree lighting a week from Friday night. They'll be doing their Christmas tree lighting on Friday night. Youngsville's got activities going on. They're doing their Christmas tree lighting on, trying to remember off the top of my head. I saw it somewhere. Like December 1st. They're doing it on Saturday. They're doing their Christmas tree lighting a week from Saturday on December the 1st at 5:30. So lots. If you're not in the spirit, there's going to be plenty of activities for you to get out there and get involved and get in the spirit. So make sure you do that. And do yourself a favor. Don't watch the Jim Carrey version because I hate it. I haven't seen this new version, but go back and watch the old school version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That gives you the full meaning of what Christmas is all about. It doesn't come in a box. It doesn't come in a package. Christmas is in your heart. That's where it's at. You don't have to have material things. You don't have to give material things. You can have giving and kindness in your heart. And that's Christmas gift enough right there, man. That's the greatest gift of all. That's the greatest gift of all.
But it doesn't hurt to throw in some Christmas Vacation just to make you feel even better.
Oh, Christmas Vacation? Except I got to skip the part. I can't watch the part where Clark is up in the attic watching the old Christmas movies. I get sad. I get sad watching them do that.
Yeah.
But the rest of it now is a riot.
Yeah.
The rest of it is a riot. All those movies, all those vacation movies. If I had to rank them, I'd go Christmas Vacation #1, Vegas Vacation #2, the original Vacation #3, and then the European Vacation #4. It's kind of like European Vacation is kind of like Rocky 2.
Yeah, I disagree. I like it because I still keep thinking about, look, kids, Big Ben.
Parliament, Big Ben, Parliament. I've never quoted that. Big Ben, Parliament, Big Ben, Parliament. But yeah, that's how I rank them. It's kind of like the Rocky movies. Like my favorite Rocky movie, of course, is Rocky 1, the original. Second favorite is Rocky 4. My third favorite is Balboa, the last one in the original Rocky series, even though now they had Creed, which was very successful, which is based off Rocky. Now they've got a Creed 2 that came out last night.
See, I wouldn't know all that.
Sylvester Stallone now for 42 years has taken the Rocky franchise and has just wrote it. And the Creed movie was very good. I'm expecting this Creed 2 movie. That's like I watched Balboa. Rocky 5 was a horrible movie. It's just bad acting all around. Tommy Morrison. It was so bad in a way it was funny. And if you notice, the last time that Stallone won an Oscar, it was for Rocky back in 1977. He's nobody's greatest actor of all time. Great action movie guy. He is. You can't deny that. The track record that he has. But I figured this Balboa movie is going to be a dud. And then I watched it. And Sylvester Stallone actually, really, truly acted in that movie. And it was so good. And then the fact, they brought back. Now, Adrian had passed away by that point. But they brought back Paulie, the original Paulie, Burt Young. He was one of my favorite characters.
I got nothing.
You're not a Rocky fan?
Man, I saw the first Rambo. I saw the first Rocky. I saw the first Star Wars and never saw any other ones.
Wow.
Yeah. So there you go. I've just lost my job as entertainment director.
So it's like I was just sitting there talking to the wall.
Well, that was a deer in the headlight look I had.
And I was like, okay, man, yeah, Ron, you follow me, man? Okay, you're all right, Ron? You're all right over there?
Oh, there's so many movies I haven't seen.
Well,
period.
That I can say.
Ones.
I can say that, God, about 10 years ago, one Thanksgiving afternoon, I watched all the Rocky movies. I had a belly full, and I sat down on the couch, and I watched it from Rocky 1 to, at that point, it was just Rocky 5. But yeah, and they're all the same movies, just like the Rambo movies, all the same movies. It's like all the Hallmark Christmas movies. They're all the same.
Oh, yeah.
But people love to watch them.
Yep.
They love to watch them. Tell you what, it's getting warm in here.
It is.
As Nelly would say, it's getting hot in here. This thing about being upstairs, heat rises. I'm about to break into a sweat here. 28 minutes after the hour here on the show. And let's see here. There we go. There's our weather. Who said something? All right. Taking a look at our weather forecast, our final look at the weather for this morning. And right now it's 49 degrees out there. It felt colder. I think the low this morning was 41. It felt colder than that. 57 degrees for your high today with sunny skies. Clear skies tonight, the low of 34. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a high of 47 and a low of 27. Then for Friday, 47 degrees for your high with sunny skies and a chance of rain moves in Friday night. Chance of rain moves in Friday night. But yeah, it's hot upstairs.
Yeah, it's warm.
I'm gonna have to. I don't know if I have on a shirt on. Yeah, I do have on a shirt on here. I may have to come out of this thing. It's been very warm, but we've had a good time today for our buddy Ron Cox joining us here on the show, and we've talked about pretty much everything under the roof. Got your Tariq Cohen jersey on.
That's right. I just need to make sure if you do picks that Dan at least will give us the Bears game over the lines. And I know it's hard for him to do.
I think Dan Connors is a pretty smart guy. Being in the Air Force and being at the position he's in, you got to be a pretty smart guy. So I'm pretty confident.
But he's that's going to test his loyalty though.
Now the only bad part about it is he's a UNC graduate, and that's a bad thing. But yeah, lots of great football coming up over the weekend. Bears and Lions, they're playing tomorrow at 12:30. You know, that used to be a traditional game too. You know, so they had like the Bears, Lions, and the Packers kind of rolled in there. But we get the Bears at 12:30, the first game tomorrow, which is pretty cool. I thought they were playing the night game for some odd reason.
That makes it even worse. We're banged up. So
that's okay. I think the Bears will still beat the Lions because the Bears execute better than the Panthers. The Cowboys and the Redskins play tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. The Falcons and the Saints. I mean, the Falcons, they haven't stopped scoring from Sunday. They're still scoring. Somewhere or another, Drew Brees just threw another touchdown pass. They're the Thursday night game, the Falcons and the Saints. Giants and Eagles play on Sunday. Remember, that used to be a big game, but the NFC East is so watered down.
yeah, it's horrible.
Jags and Bills, that should be a horrible game. Seahawks and the Panthers. I don't know if I can watch the Panthers anymore this year. Raiders and Ravens, another bore fest. 49ers and Buccaneers, probably be an exciting game. Browns and Bengals, exciting game for people that live in Ohio. Patriots and Jets, that's going to be a surprise game there. Dolphins play the Colts. The Dolphins used to be your team, right? I thought you were a Dolphins guy.
No.
That's Bill Harris. Bill Harris is a Dolphins guy. Sunday night game's going to be good again. Packers and Vikings, and then we get the Titans and the Texans on Monday night. If you look here, man, the season is almost over.
Yep.
The NFL season's almost over. This is week 13. No, this is week 12 out of 17. The NFL season's about over. Next thing you know, it's the playoffs. Next thing you know, it's the Super Bowl.
And then you got 4 weeks of depression if you're a sports person.
4 weeks of depression if you're a sports person?
Because once the Super Bowl's over, what else is there to watch for a while? I mean, you've got some college basketball, but on the weekends, it's –
So here's how you got to look at it. Now, especially since they're playing the Super Bowl in February now. So you got the Super Bowl. All right, they play the Pro Bowl, which nobody watches. I don't even know why they still play that game. It's just a chance the players get injured. They got the Pro Bowl the weekend now before the Super Bowl. Then you got the Super Bowl. Then the weekend after that, you've got the NHL All-Star Game. The weekend after that, you've got the NBA All-Star Game. No, the weekend after the Super Bowl is NHL. The weekend, then it's the NBA, and then it's Daytona. So it's
about one NASCAR race a year now.
That's one more than I watch.
I'll at least try to watch the start, but yeah. Anyway,
yeah, it's I might DVR one, but I can't. I mean, I'll watch the start, and if I read on Facebook there was a hellacious wreck, I go and check that out.
Yeah,
but I mean, you can go to YouTube. It's NASCAR. If you ask me, is dead. I really think it's going to be within the next 10 years. Within the next 10 years, NASCAR will be basically, at one time it was getting very close, inching very close to being a real big league sport.
They forgot where they came from.
Exactly.
When Bruton Smith, I guess, started buying up all these big tracks and shutting down the North Wilkesboros and the Rockinghams and places like that. The average guy can't take his family to a NASCAR race anymore.
No, they can't.
And that's where they got their start. So they've fallen out of favor with me for that.
And some of the tracks that they've expanded and gone to. Kansas City, boring race.
Yeah.
That's a boring race. I understand they needed to go to California. I get that because NASCAR's always had a little bit of a presence in California, but usually that was at Sonoma or Riverside with the road track. But Kentucky, no. Chicagoland, no. Even Indianapolis. I mean, granted, you're on the grandest racing stage of all time, but you had the grandest racing stage and you could continue to build on that with the Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you think about NASCAR back then, and I think NASCAR really hit its peak around 1998. 97, 98, NASCAR hit its peak. Dale Earnhardt Sr. was still a major player in the game. I said, matter of fact, let's see. I love
when
Google.
Mark Martin retired. I pretty much had given up on it.
But you think about it, Martin raced forever.
He did.
So you didn't give up on it too long ago. So let's see here. So you really look. Oh, come on! Don't do that to me. How dare you? You're lying. All right, we didn't want to see their side anyways. All right, let's go here. Here we go. This will tell us. Wikipedia you can't use for a lot of things, but Wikipedia you can trust for stuff like this. It's a good. All right, I'm sitting here looking at it. I do have internet. Yeah, I've got internet, and okay, maybe I don't have internet. Looks like we're trying to connect here.
Yeah, I've been having that at
Error.
work all week.
Error connection lost. Wow, so we've been sitting here talking for who knows how long without saying a word, even though it's working right there. Okay, so that's all interesting. So let's take a get this thing back up here. Again, we just lost out there. So that's very loud right there. So we're taking a commercial break, and tell you what we're gonna do. My sister says hello. Tell you what we're gonna do too. And since it's hot, and I'm tired of screwing with this, because this has been the case all week.
I've noticed it at our work too. I don't know if it's. I wouldn't think it's just an AT&T thing, man, because I don't think that's who we have.
Yeah, it's been this way, and it's been so good for so long. But it's hot as 75 hells. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna call it a day here on the show. We're taking a Thanksgiving early. So you guys, thanks so much for tuning in. The cool thing about it is there's music and commercials playing on WIWN radio right now as we speak. Because this is all cloud-based. You guys have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. Shit. Of course, what you know, as soon as I said shit, I'm back on the air. Never fail. It never ever fails, man.
Oh man, well this will work out good. I've got to go take the dog or go get the medicine for the dog. We wait till he's down to like 2 thyroid pills or whatever, and now I got to go get it. So always something.
It's hot in here, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
It's hot as ghetto love.
Why you turn the ear down then?
Because I was talking on the air. I didn't have a chance to run down there.
Why didn't you text me?
I didn't think about it, babe.
Oh.
Just did not think about it.
This room is hot.
Oh man.
Yeah, and so and the internet went out.
Are you kidding me?
So we just called it a day. Canceled the show for the rest of the day.
That sounds more exciting than what I'm going to do.
I gotta make a couple of deposits and then I'll be shopping.
Okay, well, I'll catch up with you in a little bit.
Hmm?
I'll catch up with you in a little bit.
Well, I mean, the Browns have got to make it to the Super Bowl. Ha ha, wink, wink, nod, nod. Did you get that reference?
No.
About the Browns making the Super Bowl?
No, I don't do sports. So I don't get it.
You know about Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah, Super Bowl. Anything about the Browns?
No. You like them?
He likes the Bears.
Okay. I don't know.
You could.
Oh, you always have to shit. Oh,
I was
that's
trying to put
nothing.
it nice. Oh, you always got to shit.
Oh, I was trying to think of something like different,
Hey, by the way, I'm taking a shit.
I was trying to think of something different, but
All right.
what's new?
Just-
There's nothing different on that.
Just tell everybody that, yeah.
Well, that's always the case.
I'm sitting here trying to say I got to put the Browns in the Super Bowl. Oh, you always got to shit.
What are you doing? You doing it?
Oh, man.
it's not. There's a lot of people out here, and I want to step out here really quick. Yeah, man. Yeah, you too, man. We'll step outside for a second. Yes.
Yeah, it's better down here. Got close the door like. Oh.
Well, okay, I'm gonna use the bathroom out here again.
I think they close at 12. Well, I think it's close at 12. Oh, no, I'll text how long you can be there, James. It only takes you 30 minutes.
Yeah.